May I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... Oh, wait. Sorry about that. Sorry. About that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cafe Cornelius. I am your host, your professional wrestler turned Butler VTuber, Cornelius Low. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the applause. Why are you all doing it? Why are you doing it? Stop it. Oh, gods. Oh, gods. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Yes, it's I, your professional wrestler turned Butler VTuber, Cornelius Low. Don't believe me that I am a professional wrestler? Why, let me prove it to you. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's me. That's me kicking. That's me tripping. Here's me measuring it up. Going up. Look at that core strength. And down the double D's go. Yes, indeed. Don't call that move by any other name. Don't call the move by any other name. Anyways, folks, we are going to be getting into a brand new episode of Square Circle Made Simple very, very soon. I just realized I did not deafen. I just realized I didn't deafen. I'll just do it now. Okay. So we're gonna get into get to the contestants very soon, folks. But before that, just wanna have some groundkeeping rules for everybody. First of all. Before interacting in the chat, please do read and follow the rules set out in the description down below. Do let me know how is the video and audio quality throughout the entire stream. So not just now, yeah, the entire stream. And also, here's the big one. Here's a pretty new thing. If you look at the pinned message, in the chat there, it says here, Square Circle Made Simple application forms. I am opening up the application to be a participant in Square Circle Made Simple publicly. Yes. Wonderful news. So if you are a VTuber, if you are a content creator, please, do consider applying. You might learn a thing or two about professional wrestling and enjoy yourself. And yes, I will get to do something for you should you win the episode that you are participating in. And of course, folks, I greatly encourage timestamping and clipping on my channel. So Ref Ryan or Envy, these are my two lovely moderators tonight. Please type in hashtag Clipnelius to get things started as well. In fact, let me just check something as well that is also started. Okay, it's not there yet. Let me just activate it right now. Just for kicks, folks. 1 second. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Okie dokie. Actually, what am I doing? Okay. Hold on, we're nearly there. Okay, I think I have activated it. I think. Okay, well, let me just test this out. Okay, this should appear. Is it appearing? Hold on. Sorry, apologies, folks. I'm trying to get something started for you folks, but oh my goodness. But I'm just having a little bit issue there. Oh, whoopsie. Dang it. Apologies. I had to configure something just now, so let's see. Is it working? Bloody hell! Why is it not working? Usually this thing works pretty good. Oh, I know why. What? Why is it giving me that? What the? Eh? Hold on. Apologies. I'm nearly there. Just let me just get this. Why did it give me that piece of detail? Hold on. Okay, this should be the correct one now. There we go. Okay, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, chat. How dare you overdo it? Am I missing anything else? If I am, moderators, do let me know. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's actually jump into the next screen, shall we? Where we're going to get things underway. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my. So many things up here. La 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 la. Put this away. In fact, this should go. Wait, should someone down here? Bloody hell. Okay. Wait, I need to open up one more thing. Hello there, Dugong. How are you? It's been a while, indeed. Okay. Let me just do this first. Okay. Let me just do this first before anyone gives me any grief over it. All right. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Apologies for that. Let's see. Where is that thing? We'll just use this. Okay. Let's see. Where is that thing? Is it this one? It is. Let me just do this. Okay. Alright, just one second. Bloody hell. Sorry, I had to like I said, I had to restart my computer just moments ago. Just to get things just to sort out a few matters. By the way, how's the music, by the way? Is it a bit too soft? Right, I should increase the volume a tad bit more. Aha. Ooh, that's chunk. Okay, put this here. Let's see now. Okay. Oh, my face is covered, so that's no bueno. Put this here. Okay, and put this here as well. Okay, apologies, that this is a little bit scuffed right now, but it's all good. We're gonna get things underway. Okay. Now, I think I can finally, introduce everybody. Let me just do this. Show this first. Okay, I think we're ready. Okay. Let me just message them if they are ready. All right. Okay. Audio's good. Lovely. All right. Daniel. Yes, good day to you, my friend. How are you? Let's see. They've not gotten back to me yet. Hold on. 1 second, folks. By the way, you posing as the rock on the thumbnail there is beautiful, Cornelius. Of course. Oh, why the hands? Why is everyone throwing hands? Easy, everybody. I'm the host here, okay? Show some respect to me. Let's see. Hold on, let me just check. Mushi.
Can we unmute?
Hello.
Oh. Hello there.
Yes, hi.
Oh. Are we ready, folks? Are we ready?
Ready as you are.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
ready?
no one answered me on the chat, so I was a little confused.
Oh,
I'm watching your stream, so it's like
Yeah, but I'm also asking
Same
on
here.
our Discord on our Discord chat here. You know, I don't want to catch you guys off guard in case if you guys were talking about something a little sussy. So you know, I want to be careful.
Rusty.
now we good here. We're good little children here.
We're perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys are quite alright with exposing the sussy things that you guys are saying. Anyways. Welcome to Square Circle Made Simple episode 9, the pro wrestling show for VTubers made by a pro wrestler VTuber. Woo! Yes, indeed. Square Circle Made Simple is meant for VTubers who have little to no idea about pro wrestling, and they get to learn a thing or two about my world, and perhaps even the parallels with VTubing. We are coming up to the double digits, folks. We are coming up to the double digits, folks. All right, folks. Okay, folks. Let us now introduce our participants. First up, we have Sky. Please, Sky, introduce yourself and tell us if you know a little bit about pro wrestling or not.
Hello. Wait, did you call me?
Yes, it's your
Okay.
cue. It's your cue.
What's up, everyone? It's Sky. I am your virtual Muay Thai fighter. How y'all doing?
Oh.
My knowledge on pro wrestling is not a lot. I'm here to be educated. I'm here to be humbled. Here to be taught by the master himself, Cornelius Lowe. That's what I'm doing
I
here.
don't think I'm a master of this at all. That's why I'm doing a quiz show. but you did actually mention something very interesting just now to us that you actually legitimately you've actually done some Muay Thai fights before. Indeed.
I have indeed. Very different from your world, though, as far as I can see. Like I'm not in the business of, jumping onto my opponents or doing death-defying stunts
Well,
or
you do
anything
have
like that.
a pre-match ritual, right? I forgot what's that called, but it's sort of like the dance thing where I always found that very ceremonial, very unique to Muay Thai. So there is a little bit of theatricality there. Just like pro wrestling, so it's not like you are completely foreign to the concept of theatricality. So, ladies and gents, no, do not mess with Sky. Okay, she will teep you, she will tear you, and she will what's the Thai word for elbow?
Oh, oh no. I only know it in Japanese right now. It's like Kiji.
Kizi?
Kiji.
Yes, she will kiji your face in. All right. Okay, and next up we have Ebisu. Ebisu, please introduce yourself. And if you know it.
Hello everyone. This is Ebisu Asa. I'm actually a local VTuber and I'm a hornbill VTuber. So as you know, I'm a guardian of harvest. As
Lovely.
for as for my knowledge about the wrestling part, it's not much. Well, only when I was a kid. Yeah, it's that much. So it's not much seriously. Like because I just want to watch with my dad. So
Aw, that's lovely. That's lovely. So you got to bond with your father, with your father, on pro wrestling. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. So just so we're clear here, when you mention that you are a local VTuber, that means you're referring that you're Malaysian, right?
yeah, I'm actually a Malaysian.
Ah, that's perfectly
very
fine. That's perfectly
local.
fine. Yeah, I just so I'm just clarifying that for everybody, just in case. But that is lovely. That is lovely. So and it's perfectly fine. I want to make it very clear here, folks. Okay. I almost actually prefer contestants who know little to nothing about pro wrestling, so I can introduce them to this fancy new thing that's actually not very fancy. In fact, it's very old and curmudgeon sometimes. And it's also and also show them the parallels between pro wrestling and VTubing. There is a surprising number of parallels. I cannot emphasize enough how much pro wrestling has prepared me for at least like the soft skill side of VTubing indeed. Oh, and finally, Gordo, please introduce yourself and let us know. Do you know anything about pro wrestling?
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am Gold Guardian, a giant robot VTuber from the far fringes of space. As for my knowledge about pro wrestling, it is very minuscule. I do remember watching WWE on the Attitude Era back when I was a child. And with my younger brother, and I think that's about it, really.
Lovely. But you actually mentioned just a moments ago, before the stream started, actually. I mean, you make it no secret, right, of where you are based at, right, currently? Yes.
Yes, while I'm currently based in Osaka,
Hmm.
I would say that my origins would be outer space. Let's just leave it at that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if I'm not wrong, that means this is quite interesting here. We have actually two VTubers here who are based out of Japan in a way, and Japan is one of the big four of pro wrestling. That means like one of the countries that actually has pro wrestling as a proper industry. Like I do not know how many pro wrestling companies there are in Japan. Like there is like a shocking a number. In fact, even though you might not actually, if I'll go so far as to say, even though you might not have ever seen a pro wrestling match in your life in Japan, I dare say you might have at least seen some like promotional or marketing material of it in Japan. Yes.
A lot.
What about you, Sky?
Or-
Sky.
Yeah, there is quite a lot, I think. Like I was chatting to you guys before backstage where all the VIPs are hanging out before the show, right? I was mentioning a friend of mine might be joining one of the big girls pro wrestling troops here in Japan, so that's pretty cool.
TJPW. Oh, that is so cool. TJPW is like one of the biggest Joshi Pro wrestling companies in Japan. Basically, when I mention Joshi Pro, that is all female women's wrestling, and Japanese women's wrestling is some of the best wrestling on the planet. They go hard, sometimes too hard for their own good. And yes, Chef Ryan, another deep voice. Please. Don't try not to, try to differentiate this, please. Chef Ryan, okay, gordo does not sound like me. I don't sound like gordo. Anyways, okay. So, ladies and gents, this is a pro wrestling game show. So, obviously, we should start with, actually, in fact, a little bit of pro wrestling. Let me just bring that up for you, folks. Let me just bring it up. I believe the screen is already there for you three, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so basically, this, for tonight's showcase match, it is, in fact, let me see. It is, in fact, here we go. Okay, this is from SPW, once again, Singapore Pro Wrestling. So I've gotten permission from them to showcase their matches here on my channel. Thank you so much, SPW. And this is basically The Statement, Andrew Tang, and Surga Mei versus Tajiri and Riho. So Mei Surga and Riho, they're both Tokyo Joshis. They're both Tokyo Joshi wrestlers. Apologies. Sorry. They're not TJPW wrestlers, but they are Joshi Puro. They are Joshi Puro. Just to make it clear, they're not from TJPW necessarily. Andrew Tang is basically the father of Singaporean pro wrestling. Do you guys know who Tajiri is?
No, it's my first
No
time
idea.
seeing Tajiri.
Dorado?
His name sounds very familiar, but I can't put a finger on it. To be
Tajiri
honest.
was one of the few Japanese wrestlers who actively wrestled in WWE in the Attitude Era. He has won the WWE Cruiserweight Championship multiple times, the WWE Tag Team Championship multiple times alongside William Regal, and so he's wrestling in Singapore. This is not his first time wrestling in Singapore, by the way. So he's still going at it even after, I don't know how many decades. Actually, I think he's past 50 years old at this rate, but he's still. Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's find out. All right. Okay.
Interesting.
I believe the voice should be ready. Okay, chat, are we ready? All right. Okay. 3. Oh, one more thing. This, in case if it's not obvious, this is an intergender wrestling match. This is my first time ever showcasing this, okay? Alright, I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable here, but the fact is, this is a team of male and female versus another team of male and female. If you are a little squeamish about this sort of thing, please feel free to move on to something else. No judgments here, folks. No judgments here. All right, but regardless, let us get the show on the road. Oh, and by the way, Ibisu, Gordo, and Sky, please feel free to ask questions, react, speak up, have fun watching. You know, point out whatever nonsense these 4 wrestlers are doing, because we're wrestlers. We do nonsense. All right.
Right. All right.
Sounds like a fun time.
Let's go.
Of course, it's a fun
Anything
time.
is
3, 2, 1,
possible.
go.
Intergender International
All right.
Tag Team Match scheduled for
Okay, how's the volume for you guys?
football.
Okay, and it seems okay.
Yep, it's pretty good.
Introducing first,
I might skip the music a little bit because I'm always a little concerned for copyright, but it should be okay. Well, I say that, but then to Jiri's one, I might skip entirely because his is very iconic, and I just don't want to get in trouble with the big double, you know. Because oh god, WWE can be very, very copyright. They're like the Disney of wrestling, if that makes any sense to you guys. So this is in Singapore, by the way, Fuchao building.
Singapore?
Yeah,
Really?
did you not hear me, Ebisu? That
No, I mean, I was like, no, I mean the stage itself.
yeah,
From
this is in
viewing the
Singapore.
stage.
This is in
A
Fuchao building.
majestic opening.
The
Like
building,
telling the person, hey, it's a ferry.
the building is a very Peranakan style. Like it's instantly recognizable. You know, Southeast Asian architecture.
Wait, did you say Peranakan? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know what that means, right?
Of course I know what that means. Aku ni orang Malaysia. In case if it wasn't obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I think back. I think I absolutely just dogs where I came from. Yeah, man.
It's alright, We can move on from that. So yes, this is the statement Andrew Tang. He's not a large man, but he's a large man. Let's put it that way.
He looks pretty freaking large, man.
You're probably taller than him.
No.
You'll see.
Oh, the cameraman is doing him a lot of favors then. if that's the
Oh,
case.
absolutely. Oh,
Whoa.
look at that.
Oh, okay.
He gave it back to the child.
Imagine trying to support, but you just tear the paper
So,
down.
okay, so let me get this straight. This is the father of Singapore pro wrestling. But why is he behaving like a heel?
Because he is. He
He is a heel.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. He is a bad dude. I mean, look at it.
Okay.
Look at his face. It's a punchable face.
Okay.
Of course, someone has to be the bad guy. It's got to be the guy with the punchable face. Okay.
Cornelius,
myself.
are you the bad guy? Are you a man with a punchable face?
Absolutely. 7 years in running, baby. 7 years in running.
Interesting.
People think I'm a nice guy.
Oh,
No, that's like the. Oh, Lo, you can mute the video during Tajui's entrance. Oh, good call. Thank you, Ref Ryan. Wait, Ref Ryan. Oh yeah, I forgot. My moderator here is a referee for SPW.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. So he knows, he can inform me of these things. Thank you very much, Ref Ryan.
he is the dasher of dreams. He is the destroyer of destiny. He is a 4-time and soon to be 5-time SPW Southeast Asian champion.
this is very interesting. The hype man seems to know what he is doing as well.
What, do you think he's drunk on alcohol or something? Yeah, I mean, as much as we do wing it in the pro wrestling show, and as much as it can be quite chaotic, yes, sometimes we have our own plans.
Oh no, it's just that I've seen a lot of shoutcasting in many countries, right? And most of the time, especially where shoutcasting as a terminology or a job is still very young in Southeast Asia back then, right? those people are still developing their personalities, right? And the way they announce themselves and the way they voice, right? But seems like after even I don't pay attention to Southeast Asian competitions for many years already, and it seems like they advanced very well in terms of shoutcasting.
But this is we don't really use the term shoutcasting in pro wrestling. It's basically like what you see there is basically commentary work or broadcasting essentially. So it's different. So we don't really use the word we don't really think of it as shoutcasting here. But you hear it soon. They do SPW does provide their own commentary work as well. So you'll hear it soon.
Commentators, right? That's the
Commentators,
term.
indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is Riho. Oh, I think I feature Riho more than any other pro wrestler on my channel actually at this rate. Ref Ryan, can you verify that for me? Have I featured Riho more times than any other wrestler in my SCMS showcase matches? Like I love to put her on just because she comes off very idol-esque, and she's a damn good wrestler. Like she's wrestling in USA right now.
Like, yeah, she looks like she belongs on the idol stage actually.
Oh yes, absolutely. I can say the same for Mei Surga as well. In fact, she has also wrestled in USA. In fact, they are both basically Emi Sakura's girls, students.
I see.
Yes. So they're both very, very experienced. Like these two do wrestling as a full-time thing.
She's got the belt to back it up. Hey.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, we're just gonna skip it. We're just gonna skip it.
Extra.
And this is the legend himself, Tajiri.
He looks like Jin Kazama with those pants.
I mean,
I can see the
that's
nice
actually
shape of it.
That's actually a pretty good reference. Actually, that's actually a pretty good reference. He kicks like Jin Kazama. He kicks like Jin Kazama. Absolutely. Oh, hey, Falco, welcome. Or do you go by Taka? Falco? Gordo? What does he go by?
You can call him Falco.
Falco, welcome to SCMS episode 9. I believe you are a Tomodachi to Gordo. Yes.
Yes.
All right, here he is. Oh man,
Okay,
it is wild to see someone of Tajiri's caliber wrestling in Southeast Asia. Actually,
the cheers.
Oh my god, their outfits are so cute. I love the girls.
wait till you see them go.
Alright, let's take a look.
Like they can go as hard as the guys, if not harder. Hey, oh yeah, by the way, that's Ref Ryan.
Oh,
That's my moderator. Let's go, Ref Ryan.
Yo, let's go.
Don't disappoint me.
Ref Ryan.
Disappoint me. Good positioning, Ref Ryan. I know it's weird. I'm emphasizing that initially. Oh, nice. Oh, 1, 2. Ooh. Good job, Ref. All right. Oh, Ref. Oh, look at that. Wait, Ryan, have I featured you more times than any other referee, actually?
It's called support each other.
Oh, yeah. We're pals, even though I threaten to beat him up half the time. Oh, look at that bridge. Beautiful bridge. Basically, what's trying to do here is trying to pin each other. Pin both their shoulders on the ground. That's what's happening here. So they're using their heads to basically avoid that. Oh he's powering up. Oh, staying low risk.
This reminds me of something Kenny Ortega would do.
Kenny Ortega?
Yeah, that guy wrestled a few times in NJWP as well.
Oh, you mean Kenny Omega?
Sorry, Kenny Omega. Oops.
Oh, yes. Fun fact, Riho has tag teamed with Kenny before, actually, in Japan. Oh, yes. Oh, Meisuga is being a bit naughty, watching the hair.
Wow,
That's
okay.
Why is the audience validating her? He's breaking the rules here. You're not supposed to pull the hair. Oh, beautiful round off. Beautiful drop kick.
Yeah, I understand what you mean now when you say they go really hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Aren't like weight classes in pro wrestling out there? Like, do the girls have to be around the same weight to compete?
For the males, yes, there is quite often like a cruiserweight class and a heavyweight class, you know. But for ladies, red mist. It is not common for there to be differing weight classes, just because, larger women aren't that common actually. So usually they tend to be in the same weight class. With that being said, seeing a giant woman toss a smaller woman is quite fun. I've seen it before. Oh, red mist.
I see.
The master of the mist. Doing a little bit of chain wrestling, measuring it up, testing each other's grappling ability right now. Oh, Siemens actually managed to get him down to the ground. It's a testament to the Singaporean skills in wrestling. Oh, look at that twisting. Oh, beautiful abdominal stretch. Oh, I've got to steal that. I have got to steal that from Tajiri.
Are there special shoes they have to wear for wrestling? I can see he's wearing like some Nikes.
Depends. Like, for example, statement there, if you notice, he's actually wearing sneakers. And I'm pretty sure that Tajiri is wearing traditional wrestling shoes. So
As long
tall
as you're
boots,
not wearing
lots of laces. So it all depends on personal preference. Like I actually wear wrestling
Wear
shoes,
Crocs?
for example.
Can someone wear Crocs to the ring?
Crocs. Have I seen someone wear Crocs before in a wrestling show? No, but I would not be surprised. Like it's quite common. It's not common, but there are wrestlers who wrestle barefoot. They're crazy, but they do. I've seen it.
Yeah, I think I heard of it before. Also, I think I only pay attention now, but this Tajiri, right? Mm-hmm. You mentioned he's 50, right?
Probably older actually.
Probably older. He's
What's
still.
that?
Are you saying he looks young?
No, I mean he looks. I can tell that he's very strong.
Oh,
What
absolutely.
is the average like career lifespan of a pro wrestler?
Oh,
How long?
that greatly depends. That really depends on on whether you can make this as a full-time career, on how well you take care of your body. Oh, Amba, and whether you're just a stubborn maniac. Oh, Tajiri's 52. So there are some
I was thinking
wrestlers.
of, like,
There are some wrestlers that retire pretty early, like 40s. There are some that can wrestle past 50 years old. If you can wrestle, if you know how to wrestle smart, you can definitely have some longevity in your career for sure. In Japan, for instance, there's literally, I know a few wrestlers who are 60 years old and above. They're not wrestling at a high level anymore, but they can still go because they're quite smart about these things. It's not like they're putting on championship level matches all the time.
Woody's still pretty good. I mean, you compare to other professional athletes in other sports.
Absolutely. Oh, all right. The injured. All right, male versus female time. Let's go.
I have seen this a few times. The stamping on the corner.
Of course, you got to put the pressure on once they're in the corner. Oh, see the see what referee did? He's making sure that the person who's been tagged out does not involve himself in the match.
I see.
No wonder the name sounded familiar. Welcome. Shin Moriwasu. Oh, look at that. The crowd doesn't like that. Oh, it's going for his finisher. But Iriho's powering out. Attacks him.
she bleeding from her lips?
Riho? No,
Oh,
no.
sorry. That's hair. Sorry, that's hair.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful 619 by Riho. So yes, the guys do hit the girls here.
9 isn't that a Rey Mysterio move?
Yes, it is. It is indeed.
That is also a very mysterious move.
Oh yes, iconic move. Oh. Ooh, and that's what the jury's known for. Those deadly kicks.
Is it?
Yes, Ebisu?
No, 2.5. No.
Yeah, that's a 2.5.
Why always 2.5?
They're trying to win the match here. So yes, they're gonna try to kick out. So basically, what he was trying to do there is wear him down. Forcing him to kick out, because to kick out of a pin, it takes a good bit of energy actually. Core strength and all that. Ooh, it's flying back. Oh. Oh.
When you mention that Tajiri is an attitude era wrestler.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind. That is interesting.
very close. That hurts.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Tajiri has wrestled in Malaysia before,
Oh no.
like twice. He's fought against my mentor Shaukat before, actually. And tagged with Shaukat before. Oh, right to the face. So he has wrestled in. Tajiri has wrestled in Puchong before, if you know where that is.
Yes, I am very familiar with Puchong.
You're familiar with Puchong. Yes, Tajiri has wrestled in Puchong before. It's crazy.
Nice.
Actually, so as obviously statement being Singaporean, us Malaysian Singaporeans, like we're really tight. We're practically like it doesn't even feel like we're going to another country when we wrestle in Singapore or Malaysia, for instance. So statement has wrestled in Malaysia many times.
I see.
Yes, against Shaukat indeed.
Oof.
Knife hits chops. Oh,
Hear
Statement's being
that.
stubborn. Statement's being stubborn.
Oh,
This is basically similar to sumo slaps, right?
The reference that I've learned is that this is akin to karate chops, essentially, like karate chopping the chest.
Oh,
Oh, throwing the ropes. Oh, he's ducking.
Oh.
Oh, he missed.
that
He missed.
momentum.
Oh.
he missed.
Oh, he. Oh. Ooh. If that buzzsaw kick
But he
landed.
hurt himself as well.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of pro wrestling is high risk, high reward. It's basically the same territory at this point, the Southeast Asian circuit. Yes, indeed. Tajiri has wrestled the Southeast Asian circuit quite a good bit. Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore. Was he wrestled in Vietnam yet? I'm not sure.
I might have to look up Tajiri later, because here's the thing, right? I almost didn't recognize him, because I know of Japanese wrestlers during Attitude Era the WWE, right? But the name that I remember the most wasn't him. It was I believe it was Funaki. Yeah.
What's she doing? She's distracting him. Battle cry.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I think she was Tajiri got confused for a second there. Oh, wheelbarrow to a bulldog. Right to the face.
Wow. Oh, wow.
But she recovered apparently, because she just slammed him.
Yes, basically, Sugurga grabbed Tajiri's head and smacked him to the ground. Oh, is this a dragon suplex attempt? Dragon suplex? Nope, back elbow. Oh, once again with the hair pulling. Ref Ryan, get on her harder. Come on. Oh, bulldog. Oh, double stomp to the gut. Actually, that might have been lower than the gut. I should not elaborate on what I mean by that. sorry. She was trying for a pinning attempt there, but missed. Oh, pin attempt. Oh, no, reverse. Oh, jeez. Oh, nope. Oh, it's a massive. Oh, cattle mutilation. Let's go. Oh, this is torture right here.
Can we just say that the contrast between how the female wrestlers are fighting and the male wrestlers are fighting are like two very completely different things?
Oh, yes,
Like,
yes.
Both of the girls are just flying in the ring, while yes, and while the guys is basically a strength contest.
Absolutely. Surga and Ruhio are definitely more technical, hence why you see like just so many pinning attempts there. Whereas Statement is quite a hard hitter. Like, I've not faced him before personally, but I heard that his chops are, like you will have a red patch on you for days. Oh, kick to the back of the head, and it is a double chop. Oh, what's happening here? Oh.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh, you're saying Abisu?
Dude,
Okay.
Pulling him away. Now just bullying Tajiri out.
That just got chaotic.
Of course. Pro wrestling is controlled chaos. Sometimes not controlled at all. Oh, what's happening here? Electric chair position.
Oh. Wow.
Sky, you and I both know how much leg kicks can hurt, right?
I know, I'm just like cringing here in my seat, like, oh god.
Oh, and speaking of
Just,
hurt, you know,
yeah.
power driver to the head.
He just kicked him on the shin. That has to hurt.
Bone on bone, that was the worst.
Shell shot. That's the Statement's finisher right there. And double
Oh.
knees. That's Rio's finisher. Oh, that could potentially knock out Statement.
Okay, I actually cringe at that.
so
Me
who's
too.
gonna get up first? Who's gonna get up first?
Well, let's find out. Singaporean crowd showing their appreciation here in Fu Chao building. Ryan, anything to say about this match so far? I mean, you literally have the best seat in the house. By seat, I mean like you're working here, Ref Ryan. So you do your damn job. Oh, the lads just whacking each other now.
It's basically a strength contest at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Strong style, as they do say in Shinhong Pro-wrestling. The fighting spirit, basically. It is a
How
big.
long do matches normally go for, Cornelius?
It really depends. I've showcased matches from 8 minutes long. This is one of the longer ones for sure. I don't know how long I went. I can't recall how long this one's gone. Definitely more than 10 minutes for sure. Some matches can go more than an hour. One match, mind you. That's like that's the extreme case, of course. Oh, green mist.
Oh,
Is it gonna be?
That is a three.
ooh.
Oh, interesting there. Surga. Mei-chan is of no help. I believe that Viho was legal, and then obviously the jury pull off a little bit of his old bag of tricks. So getting Riho and the jury in. Ouch! Did Tajiri just drill her on the head? Yeah, she did. Yes, fantastic match. Oh, Tajiri's not done. Is he not done?
Oh god, that look on his face. I'm scared, man. I got
Tajiri is
chills.
a wily creature of a man. What is happening here? Oh, Statement. Just staring him down, even though he got blinded by Tajiri. Oh. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Show of
what's up,
appreciation.
Alia? In the house.
Oh!
Ew. That's gonna hurt right.
Oh, just a beatdown. Oh, God. Saban is not happy with the outcome for sure. Oh, scaring away. Scaring away May and Riho as well. Oh, he's not happy. He looks like a mini Hulk right now.
That is it. Something else.
Oh, easy there, Steve. Easy there. He's not happy, man. All right. But there you have it, folks. There you have it. First, what you thought of that? What you thought of that?
I
That
was
was wild.
not expecting the ending.
Chaotic.
Mm.
Yeah, super chaotic. You don't really know who's gonna win until it happens,
very end.
right? Yeah.
Of course. I mean, that's like that's part of our jobs to make sure that to keep you on your toes, to keep you guys guessing, because even though yes, in case if it wasn't obvious, Amina, this is a show, this is a performance, but it is a performance that is simulating sports, specifically combat sports. So we have to keep you guessing, keep folks excited, essentially. Does it with theatrics, with technical prowess, and sometimes with just absolute chaos. All right. And now, folks, let's see. What you thought of that chat? What you thought of that chat? Dan here says that match is bonkers. Indeed. Tajiri is famous for two things: turning necks into brittle and the green mist. Yes, indeed. He has been the master of the green mist for many years. And welcome, Alia. Welcome. Yes, Sky and I are finally collabing. Oh, right here that you mentioned something interesting. Should have called a DQ, but was too shocked and there was a pin attempt, so I had to count. Ah, that's what happened there. That's what happened.
That's a nice tidbit from Refrain.
Oh.
Yes, I think that explains it right there. You should be able to, by right, see things visually and sort of understand it. But it's good to have some context here. I don't think there was commentary in that match, so hence why I could provide a little bit of explanation. Why I stepped in to help out, explain a few things in case if there was anything you guys didn't understand. In fact, was there anything about that match you didn't understand, or you want me to clarify a little bit on before we move on to the next stage of the night?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
I'm all good. Yeah. Let's get into
Excellent.
it.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you enjoy that? That's the most important thing. Did you enjoy that?
Questionable.
You found it questionable?
Yeah, I think none of us expected the ending.
Yes, that's the part.
Naruhodo. You mean the part where Tajiri missed a statement? Is that what you meant?
The green mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of questioned that green thing.
I was like that escalated quickly. I didn't expect that.
Tajiri is sort of that's very much a signature thing. He is known for pulling out the green mist and sort of playing dirty. In fact, he's very famous for playing dirty. In fact, not to say he's the dirtiest player in the game, but he's one of them.
I think the green mist is what least surprised me actually. Although at the same time, that was something. If you know what I mean, that was something. But I think what made me raise eyebrows was the fact that what's the word for it? Andrew ended up throwing quite a tantrum.
Oh, yes. Because he obviously wasn't happy with the outcome. And so something must have led to that. So the thing with pro wrestling is that shocking enough, yes, there are stories to be told. As simple as they are, there are stories to be told to keep people interested, to keep people invested. I mean, the fact that you guys are talking about him throwing a tantrum shows that, you are a little intrigued now. So that's something to roll forward in the next event of SPW.
It works for him. It's like, even though I didn't win, like I'll make a name for myself in a different way so people remember me.
yeah, and again, in case if it wasn't obvious, this is theater in the round. So so besides showing off the sports aspect, we got to show off the theatrical aspect as well. So yeah, I don't know the context for him losing his cool there, because he usually doesn't lose his cool post match. But maybe something happened here in the previous event, or maybe this is leading to something new for him in the next event. Who knows? Who knows? Or you should always expect the unexpected when it comes to pro wrestling. Before the match, during the match, after the match, during the press conference, and sometimes even on our social media, it can get pretty bonkers as well. Oh god, I have literally I rang a triangle on one of whilst on a fellow pro wrestler's promotional video once. Long story, which I don't want to explain right now. Anyways, okay, we're gonna get into the questions soon, folks. So this is how it's going to work when answering the questions. So once I show the question to the contestants and read it out in full, they will then attempt to answer, and the way they answer it is via DMing me. So DM me privately via Discord, yeah, guys.
Okay.
And that way, no one's being influenced by each other's answer. Just write like number 1, A, B, C, or D. If it's a multiple choice, there could be subjective questions as well. So just get ready for that. Let's see. So yes, indeed, and I will also be keeping score of this as well. I try my best to keep things tight here, and of course. This is a pretty friendly night, but there's a little bit of competition there, folks. A little bit of competition here, because the contestant who has gotten the most points at the end of the night wins the bell low. Yes, indeed. It's still a thing here, folks. It's still a thing here. So basically, if you see the bell at the top corner of my screen, it is a mystical bell that came into my possession one fine day in Cafe Cornelius. And essentially, if I were to give this bell consensually to someone, they get, within reason, 1 wish. So that means...
the Dragon Ball.
Yes, in that sense, it's a Dragon Ball. But but a Dragon Ball with reason. So you can't wish for immortality. I don't even know how to grant you that. You can't wish for me to rob you a bank. I would say no. You do it. I'll give you the gun. Don't ask me for guns.
I must apologize for snorting earlier, because maybe please correct me if I'm wrong. I heard you say Dragon Bell.
Dragon Ball. Ebisu said Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but I misheard it as Dragon Bell, as in, as it's intended to be a pun on the Dragon Ball after your story about the bell. So
that would be a pretty nice name if I was another type of a VTuber. But no. My bell is called the Bell Low. Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, yeah. Oh god.
Oh god, my humor is not appreciated in this era. Anyway, so that's, yes, you will win the bell low should you get the most points at the end of the night. On the other hand, the contestant with the lowest score, and yes, you 3 know, will have to spin. The wheel of Batsu.
oh no.
Oh no.
Yes, indeed.
Oh
indeed.
no.
Okay.
Oh dear.
And so, everyone has already given me their Batsus already. So let me read them out, everyone's Batsu here. Okay. Sky, your Batsu of choice is to perform an original short rap about Cornelius. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Gosh. What is
Alrighty.
Oh dear.
So that should be... Oh, that's a pretty good one. Okay, and then for Ebisu, your Batsu is to imitate a WWE catchphrase. You did not specify which catchphrase. Do you have one in mind, or should I provide that?
Actually, I do have one already.
You
but
do
I don't
have
know.
one?
No, I do have one, but I don't know whether it's good or bad.
That's all right. That's right. You can DM it to me if you want to. If you really want to. If you want to. So I may. I can check on this for you if you so wish. So we'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to that bridge, and then. Gordo, your batsu is. Basically for the contestant to sing their favorite song. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
easiest I
wow.
can think of.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Everyone remembers what their favorite song is. I guess.
Suddenly, it's Nagaraku for me.
What? Why are you going for the Garaku? Why is that your favorite song?
It's the, e-
I prefer
it's
you.
the easiest monotonous one that you can sing.
What? Oh gods. Oh gods. I
I
will.
mean, it does.
I will literally do this. I will literally play this whilst you do that. Okay. Oh gods. Oh, and by the way, I have one too. And mine is basically my batsu is basically to tweet Cornelius Lowe is the best pro wrestler VTuber there is. Yes.
But wait, what if you get your own Batsu? That's not a real Batsu for you.
Why not? This is my show. I get to also. This is my own, but I have every right to have this as a batsu. What you guys think? That's not good enough batsu?
I mean,
We'll allow it.
I mean, there's a reason why there's a term called stroking your own ego.
Okay, fine. Okay. How about this? If it's you guys, if it's you three that gets this batsu, you guys tweet anything you want about Cornelius Lowe, about yours lowly. If it is me, if I end up, so the follow up to this batsu is that if I scuff in this game show tonight, okay, and I have to spin this wheel and it lands on my own name, the person with the highest points so far will get to choose what I tweet out. How about that? All in agreement?
All right.
Fair enough.
For me.
All right, we're all in agreement then. Let me put away this batsu wheel and let's get the show on the road. And yes, folks, you can see there on the slide here, that QR code definitely works. And yes, the Booty Shorts is free to use in whichever way you want. Yeah. Anyways, question 1. Oh, by the way, you three can see the slide, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Guys, don't.
Okay.
Guys.
On.
Let me know.
Yeah,
you.
keep us looking.
I've got like different screens open because I want to make sure I get my answer in
Wait,
via
okay.
DMs.
Yeah, no, I am showing the first slide to you guys on Discord. Okay, I need to show you guys on Discord so that you guys can see it, in real time. Anyways, okay. Question 1. Aiden Rex and the statement Andrew Tang recently wrestled and trained in which part of Japan? A. Osaka Pro Wrestling. B. Pro Wrestling Dewa. C. Michinoku Pro Wrestling. Or D. Kyushu Pro Wrestling. And by the way, feel free to ask me stuff. I'll try my best to answer them. Obviously, there are things I cannot answer, but please pick at my brain, investigate a little bit, so that at least you're not going to this completely blind. In fact, you are not going in completely blind with this question. You know who the statement is now. Do you guys know about these wrestling promotions? These are all real wrestling promotions, by the way.
I'm going to pick my favorite sounding answer and lock that in.
All right.
I think this one should be okay.
Alrighty. Okay.
Let me.
Do I DM you the answers or?
Yes, you do DM me the
Okay,
answers.
so I say
Okay.
this is
All right, chat. Please feel free to play along as well. Please feel free to play along as well. There's in case it wasn't obvious, there's a bit of a scout's honor here amongst these three to not look at the chat for answers. Who knows? They might chat might be wrong as well. So don't rely on them. All right, you all ready? Okay. Keying in answers. Let's see now.
I think it's this one.
Let's see now. You guys are just going to go straight for it. You're not gonna bother ask me anything.
It's
Pick and
more
pray, man. Just pick and pray.
I
25%
just
chance.
roll the dice.
Not a problem. Not a
Just
problem.
roll the dice.
Oh, just in case if anyone's curious, Aiden Rex here is a fellow is a Singaporean wrestler as well who is extremely talented. Like, this is a man that can do front flips. This is a man that knows 1,000 holds. He is an incredible pro wrestler. Just one of the most, perhaps the most athletically gifted Singaporean wrestler currently. Like, the stuff that he can do is just unbelievable. Like, front flips, back flips, jumping over the rope, jumping under the rope, twists and turns, you name it, he can do it. Good lord. Let's see now. Alright, I believe I have everyone's answer. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Let me pull up my trusty monocle. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's grab this. Reveal it. Haha, here we go, folks. Here we go. All right. Let's see. Where are my drums? Where are my drums? All right. Okay. And your answer for question 1 is D. Kyushu Pro Wrestling.
Let's
No,
go.
Interesting.
Go.
No!
Sky, did you know that these two actually made an excursion to Kyushu Pro?
No, I just think the food in Kyushu is really good. I'm like, I bet they're.
Just throw the guess.
That's interesting. That is.
Wait, don't tell me everyone guessed wrong.
No. Sky got it right.
I got it.
Oh,
Yeah, somehow, Sky got it right. All because the food there is good. Though, from what I understand, all the food in Japan is good. That's what I heard. In any case.
Particularly in Kyushu. Though. All right.
Oh,
understandable.
So, yes, Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Aiden and Statement, like, I think they spent at least 3 months in Kyushu Pro Wrestling. So yes, so like I said before, Japan is one of the big 4 when it comes to professional wrestling. There is professional wrestling all around Japan. Everything from Osaka to Michinoku is in the north. It's in the far north of Japan. What was it? Not Aomori. Something else, but very north, it's very cold up there.
Hokkaido?
Oh no, not that far. So it's still in the main island of Honshu,
Right.
but north. So it's quite up north. Pro wrestling, they were in was it Tohoku region or something like that? I can't recall. Statement about 3 months. Aiden about 1+1. I see. And Kyushu is in Kyushu. Yes. So I don't know how they got this opportunity, but man, it's a great opportunity because they got to actually like train like Japanese pro wrestlers, which is really awesome. Ref Riot, if you don't mind, could you pull out that match Aiden did with what was his name? The pink tights guy, the guy that actually is a big part of Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Fun fact, I think Kyushu Pro Wrestling is the only wrestling promotion here in Japan that is an NGO as well. I don't know why I know that.
Oh, that's super cool.
I know that.
Interesting. But yeah.
So they do show for kids. Hint, Tajiri. Oh, right. Okay. Actually, now I know the connection. Why they went there specifically. Tajiri was recently hired as one of their wrestlers. That's a big get for Kyushu Pro Wrestling actually. That Tajiri is now a member of Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Previously, Tajiri used to be part of Zen Nihon Pro Wrestling, which is one of the largest pro wrestling companies in Japan actually. In fact, in the past, they would do Tokyo Dome shows. You know, that's how big it was. But Tajiri is obviously a little
That's
older.
big. That's big.
Absolutely. So, but Tajiri is obviously a little older now, so he's moved on to a smaller promotion such as Kyushu Puro. Obviously, still, Tajiri's name still carries a lot of weight. All right. So congrats, Sky, on getting that correct. All right. Let's actually move on to the next question. Let me put my monocle on my face now. Ha. Okie dokie.
I have to admit, my choice Michinoku sounded more convincing, I thought.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Of all the four here that might be known by a non-Japanese, Michinoku Pro, you might know because this is founded by Taka Michinoku, who also was a Japanese wrestler who wrestled for the WWE back in the Attitude Era. In fact, Taka Michinoku is still actively wrestling to this day in Shinihon. Oh, yes. A lot of wrestlers these days have sort of learned how to have some longevity in their careers these days, as opposed to, well, dropping off like flies because they lived an unsustainable rock star lifestyle in the past. Right here. Okay, question 2. Name it the best name! Kaboom! So basically, name it the best name. This move is officially called the awful waffle. That's a mouthful to say. By Chuck Taylor. So it's basically a pile driver move, and it's called the awful waffle. Give it a better name. Give it a better name, please. DM me the name. Give it your name.
I'm sorry, it's called what? Waffle.
The awful waffle. So yes, like a waffle, like what we get in school canteens, flavored with all sorts of jams and butter. But awful. Why it's called that? I don't know. But is this one of the most brutal pro wrestling moves out there? Absolutely.
Looks super painful.
Yes.
He's crying for his neck.
Okay, I decided.
All right, so yes, give me your best name, alternate name for this move. I'm not looking for the technical name, okay? I know the word for it. It is a inverted scoop slam to a pile driver maneuver. Give me the best name, and I will be the best judge. So I will only choose one answer for this. So only one person will get the point for this.
All right.
So get creative, get those creative juices flowing. We are VTubers, right? We are the bastions of creativity and innovation. So let's see what you guys have thought up of. Ooh, all right. Oh, interesting. All right. I'm looking for one more.
The best, creativity, and sometimes in not my so good days, the creativity juice isn't functioning.
That's fine. We all have some of those. We all have one of those days. Yes, and thank you, Ref Ryan, for writing it down. Oop, apologies. Oh, we've seemed to.
Okay, I think.
All right. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't know
All
what
right.
I think. My brain juice.
I think I've gotten everyone's answer.
My brain juice.
All right, interesting. Okay. Let me read out everyone's answers. Oh, by the way, chat, please feel free to participate in this as well. What do you you guys can offer your answers to this as well. Okay, I usually reserve this question for question 8, question 9, question 10. I thought let's bring it in right now. Let's get us off to a hot start. So chat, my fellow lowlives, please go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on what this could be. So whilst I wait for that, okay, Gorudo. your name for this horrifying technique is called the rotary cannon. All right, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Sky, your answer to this is dive to unalive. Interesting. Before apologies, Sky. Gordo, why rotary cannon?
Well, mostly because you think that when you slam his head first into the ground, it could be akin to the force of a cannon, right?
Indeed.
And rotary is just because he literally is spinning the guy around. So I just put two and two together.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
And give it that. Not to mention the actual rotary cannon in real life is also something very painful.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. We're referencing real life stuff here. Excellent. All right.
Yes.
And Sky, you mentioned a dive to unalive. Why so? State your case.
I just think he looks like he's diving into a pool where there's no water.
Ooh.
Like that's what it looks like to me. I'm like, all right, so we got the dive aspect to it, and I'm like, I would be dead if this happened to me.
Interesting.
So that's kind of the unalive.
All right. Interesting. Funny you should mention that because when I hear the word dive, in pro wrestling terms, when we think of a dive, that means like it's someone like literally diving to the outside, crashing onto someone. That's usually what we mean. But you are meaning this in a different context altogether, which is perfectly fine. And using the word unalive, very, very contemporary, very modern term. This is very TikToky, as the youngsters do say. That really exposed me how old I sounded. Anyways, Ebisu, you call it get down to the deep dive. Oh, also using the term dive as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I was like,
One brain cell.
My brain cell also like thinking it looks like because it's end with the head, so it's like you go diving also end with the head.
It is a little bit like diving down into a swimming pool, except the swimming pool is made out of like about like an inch thick foam that's covering wooden planks. So it's literally just an inch thick foam with wood right below it. That's what this man here is diving onto. So yeah, pretty brutal. Boing.
Yeah, and then the get down is like literally he just get the person and down with it. Literally, I just based on the
Indeed.
movement and then just type.
Indeed, get down.
I got to mention though that I can see why one would say diving to the unalive or get down with a dive, because I just noticed this at the last moment, right? After he slammed the guy on the ground head first, his body literally just flopped.
Oh yes.
Like he is unalive, you know.
Oh,
Like
maybe he's hospitalized after this. Who knows? I don't know what happened to this man post match. I just took this GIF. I just made this GIF because I think this would be a fun one for name it the best name. Hey, wait. Now it's time for me to choose who gave it the best name. Let's see now. Interesting. I must say, I am debating to myself as to whether I want to use whether the word dive is a bit of a demerit, because, like I said, it usually refers to something else entirely in pro wrestling, but I don't think that would be fair to you folks. I think, you know what? Let me drum roll this. And the contestant who named it the best name is Ebisu. Ebisu, congrats, you get a point. Because, yeah, it's just a cool name. Get down to the deep dive. I will imagine if a commentator goes like, okay, and he's picking up, he's got him into position, he's spinning him, and he is Get down to the deep dive! Oh, that would be a great call. That would be a great call in a pro wrestling match. So yeah, you
Nice one, Ebisu.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done, well done.
yeah. So sometimes how you whether the name is good for for a good commentary call is absolutely a huge factor as well. Some names, some names that just don't work. Some names can work. Like awful waffle, as unconventional and unhinged a name as it is pretty good when you call it in a match. No doubt indeed. There's no Ryan. It's not dive to the get down. It is what was it again? Get down to the deep dive, please, Ryan. Thank you very much. All right. Let's keep on. Let's actually get to question 3. A pro wrestling ring has how many ropes? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Pro wrestling
Were we
ring.
paying attention earlier?
Wait.
Do I need anyone?
If I
Does anyone?
recall- Wait.
Yes, I presume I do.
No, I'm just trying to recall.
Yes, we did watch a match that was at least 10 minutes long just a moment ago.
The ropes were not what I was paying attention to, though, in that intense match.
I know. And I will explain why this is actually a pretty important detail, at least for us pro wrestlers. Let's see now. Ooh. The answers are coming in hard and fast. I wonder if anyone will get this correct. Let us see. Okay, keying the answers for everybody. Let's see now. Alright. Okay, you know what? We don't need to waste any time. Alright. Okay, let's get these drums are rolling. And your answer is C, 3. Congrats, guys! You guys were paying attention.
Yay!
Yay! So I hope no one here feels insulted that I asked such a basic question. I just thought I make this one a question because yes, some folks have gotten such questions as basic as this wrong before. It is very cute when they get such questions wrong. But yes, a pro wrestling ring has 3 ropes. In fact, I mean, yeah, this GIF here kind of showcases that. Were you guys basing the answer off of this GIF, or did that 10-minute long match help?
It was a GIF from. It was a GIF
It's
from
the
me.
GIF.
It's a GIF.
Wow, I really made it
It's
easy for you guys. For you guys.
Although admittedly, sometimes it's the basic questions that people often get wrong for some reason.
Oh yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think someone has gotten a question. I've literally asked what was the biggest pro wrestling promotion in the world, and someone's gotten that wrong before. Actually. So yes, there's 3 ropes. This is a unique thing to pro wrestling. Sky, how many ropes are there in a Muay Thai ring?
I think it's. Oh my god, my mind is having a blank. I think it's 2.
What? 2?
Really?
2? Is it 2? Really? Sky?
Potentially.
Isn't it 4? Or are you meaning like they connect the 2, like a set of 2?
I'm getting. Because
can't
I
be
know that
2.
like. It's either 2 or 4. It's like multiples. It's like an even number. So maybe.
How can there be 2 ropes in a Muay Thai ring?
It must be 4 then, because I remember it's like multiples of 2. It's like
You
2,
you
4,
might
2,
need to ask your sensei on this, because I don't think it's 2. Because No way,
No,
it's two.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's 4. Like I remember it as like multiples of 2 or 4.
I'm pretty sure it's 4 as well. And in fact, Gita, I missed out. Is that unlike a Muay Thai or kickboxing ring, I don't know how obvious this is, but pro wrestling ropes, they are tight. They are so incredibly tight. We tighten them up hard to the point where if you were to hit the ropes, when I say hit the ropes, I mean like if what you saw Rico and Maid just now a lot. When they hit the ropes, it acts like an elastic band. They spring forward with extra speed. Actually, a lot of moves are based on the fact that there are 3 ropes, and we play off of those 3 ropes. So when we say middle rope moves or top rope moves, we even have moves meant for the bottom rope as well. So it is a pro wrestling ring comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes. There are some that are very large, like WWE. Their rings are massive. SPW's ring is actually a bit on the smaller side. I don't know if anyone noticed, but it's actually a much smaller than the WWE ring. But like the one standard thing throughout any pro wrestling ring is that it is 3 ropes wound up real tight. Whew. So yes.
Is there a reason why it's 3 and maybe other ropes are like 2 or 4 or any other number?
I'm actually not too sure about that. All I can definitely say is that at least for pro wrestling, when it comes to performance-wise, it definitely makes a lot of sense for there to be 3. It just I think it aesthetically it looks simpler when it comes to moving and maneuvering around the ring. Having 3 ropes also makes more sense because unlike something like Muay Thai, in case if it wasn't obvious, pro wrestling a lot of times it can go outside of the ring as well. Like we will be jumping around everywhere. So the ropes do need to be a little bit on the hardier side as well. I mean, like the fact that people stand on the ropes means that yes, they have to be pretty tight. That is for certain. So that's like by far the biggest distinction between Muay Thai ropes and pro wrestling ropes. The tightness of it. Not to mention the fact that it is always comes in a set of 3.
I see.
All right. Okay. Shall we move forward, ladies and Gundam?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Apologies. I gather that you rather not be called a Gundam, eh?
No, it's honestly at this point I've been called Gundam so much. It's just I have to accept it.
Hey, at least it's better than being called a GoBot, I guess.
Well.
Oh God, no. Oh my.
Question 4. Where am I from?
Oh dear Lord.
Where am I from? A. Bukit Bintang. B. Damansara Uptown. C. Chinatown. Or D. Batang Berjuntai.
This one is like you have to ask the person who already know you for a long time.
I mean,
Yeah, is this an actual pro wrestling question?
This is a pro wrestling game show run by a pro wrestling VTuber. I am a pro wrestling VTuber. So yes, answer questions about me. My show.
I feel like I want to say
Why
something
am I-
really bad, but at the same time I don't want to. But also, what can I just say the answer on D could mean so many things in Malay and Indonesian.
Of course. And in case if it wasn't obvious, actually no. Go to the. Do you know about
Yes.
D? As in, do you know the place?
No, I do
No.
not.
No.
It's a real place.
Wait.
All 4 of these are real places. In fact, these are real places.
I
But
don't
which
know where
one
is it.
is where I am from?
But is this public information?
Yes.
Like, have you've told? Okay, so you've told people where you're from.
Okay. I must admit. Oh shoot! Does this count as a scuff? Because because I almost always announce myself. You know, I go like from weighing in Cornelius low. I usually do that, right? You know the right episode, right?
Oh.
I didn't do that for. I just realized that I introduced you three, but I forgot to introduce myself.
Bro.
Oh.
But I've always done this, so you guys have seen. I know that I have sent you guys my previous episodes of SCMS before, so surely you've seen me announce myself, right? It is. I do this every stream, except this one.
Except this one.
This one. Literally our reaction.
Okay, it's alright, guys. With the power of friendship, we will get through this.
It's okay. We just roll the dice again.
We'll do it. We'll do it the
Alright.
Nakama no Chikara ways.
All right, I'm
okay.
gonna lock my answer in.
I already
Again,
got my answer.
Hang on,
feel free to also ask me things as well. You can.
Yeah. That's what I want to bring up. We are allowed to ask you things, right?
Yes.
So-
Please go ahead.
Are you somewhere in the center or at least from Penang?
Oh, come on.
Be
See,
no.
the thing is, one of these places belongs to Penang, so I just have to narrow it down.
Wait, really? I mean, yes. Center. I'm definitely from Semenanjung. I'm from Semenanjung / Peninsula Malaysia, as you do say.
The Peninsula Malaysia.
No, Ryan, no Matsu. Sky, Sky Gordo and Ebisu have agreed to let it slide. So no Matsu. You can't make me.
Oh dear Lord.
Okay, let's see now.
Let's make a peaceful answer for now.
Are you three familiar with these 4 locations actually? Just curious.
With the exception
yeah.
of D, I have no idea.
Anything but not the D.
Yes. Anything. Wait, that sounds real.
Wait. Just curious. None of you have heard of of Batam Bajuntai before?
Nope.
Really? Because I and many other Malaysians refuse to let this name die. Currently, officially it is known as Bestari Jaya. That's the official name now. But its old name, its superior name, is Batam Bajuntai. It's the best name, right? It's the best name. I could have gone with something like, no wait, I shouldn't say that because that would actually suggest something else. But yeah. So I could be from Batam Bajuntai. What? No snarky comeback for the fact that I could be from Batam Bajuntai.
I'm afraid.
You already say Semenanjung, so still gonna ignore it anyway.
Oh my god. I need one more answer.
I'm just going to blind this because I feel like it's
This should not be a difficult question at all. Come on now. Let's see. Okay. All right, interesting. Okay. Let me read out everybody's answers here. Essentially, everyone has chosen B for Damansara Uptown, and let us roll the drums to find out.
We all took the same.
And your answer is B for Damansara Uptown. Congrats, everybody. You all get a point. So, what gave it away?
You just have that vibe, you know?
Yeah,
You just have that
I know.
uptown vibe.
I mean, the A and C, I know it's KL center, so.
Yes.
But the B and D, okay, D, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're trying to, like, teasing us, giving us to point the D.
I mean, is it a crime if the uptown lowlife is from Batang Bajuntai?
Well, in my particular case, right, I recognize the first 3 places, but for how many years I spent in Malaysia, this is my first time of hearing Batang Berjuntai. I thought that is a trick answer because
real-
in both Indonesian and Malaysian, Batang can mean something else.
I know.
Like
But it's a real
something
place.
something completely, different. But when you come to think about it, it's not exactly a surprise because around the world there are some towns, villages which are named with even more debased names.
Oh yes.
Like
oh, yes.
like in Indonesia, I kid you not, there is a village literally called Kandang Sapi.
No. Okay, only I think
I am not making this up.
you'll have to explain to Ebisu and Sky because I think I understand what that meant.
Isn't that just like cowpen?
Yes, straight. Yes, straight up is just this Kandang Sapi and yeah, that's it.
Maybe the place is
Really?
known for their for their many kandang sapis. Maybe it's the world record of most kandang sapi there, so that's why they call it kandang sapi.
I actually, out of curiosity, check, right? And it turns out that the majority of them are not dairy farmers, they are poultry farmers. So it doesn't even make more sense. And then as for the first three, I ventured at Damansara Uptown a lot, and I nearly mistook Bukit Bintang for Batu Feringhi. I have no idea why. Like I said, my memory is very short about Malaysia.
How can you mistake Bukit Bintang, which is like one of the seediest places in Malaysia, with Batu Feringhi? Okay, but yes.
I'm old.
Oh, and likewise, my good man, likewise. But yes, indeed, I am called the Uptown Lowlife for a reason. Apologies, my nose is acting up.
I see.
So yes, my name might be Cornelius Low, but I am very much an uptowner. I mean, just look at me. Don't I give off uptown vibes?
Yeah, the monocle gave it away. The monocle gave it away.
Wow.
Can I be honest? When I first saw your model, I didn't mean to be rude, but the first thing I could think of was this character from a very ludicrous manga called Hentai Kamen.
And we are moving on to question 5. Name
I'm
me
sorry.
3 Japanese wrestling companies. Bonus 2 points if none of it was from question 1. Name me 3 Japanese wrestling companies. Bonus 2 points if none of it was from question 1. So if you need to use the answers from question 1, you can do so, but you only get 1 point. You get 2 points if none of it came from question 1. Because I literally gave away. Because I literally cited at least 4 different Japanese wrestling company names in question 1. So this is a bit of a follow-up question with a twist to it.
This one might.
Ooh.
So give me 3. I do understand that this question might be a little bit biased to Gordo and Sky. But the world is not fair sometimes, and I'm just here to remind everyone that, yes, watashi wa hiru. Which means bad guy, just in case if anyone's wondering. So, yeah.
You did mention that you are.
So, yes, do write this down for me. It can just be in the short form as well. I don't mind it. I should be able to recognize it. Unless if you give me something unbelievably obscure. So if you're able to bullshit your way into getting an answer, I guess, but okay.
Alright, I've locked my
Okay, I
name.
just simply write based on what I know.
Okay, interesting answer I see before me. Interesting answer. Okay. Alrighty. So, just curious, Sky and Gordo, do you I'm assuming that you two know a little. Are you exposed to Japanese pro wrestling? Is it a common occurrence to see stuff about pro wrestling in Japan, actually, where you guys are?
For me, it's not as common as like the kickboxing K1 circuits. Like I feel like I see more ads for those. But with that said, my answers that I submitted to you are based on, I guess, yeah, like I've not seen them, but I've heard of these companies. So I don't know if they're right or not, but the fact that I know of it like passively must mean there is quite a lot of promotion around.
I would love to actually explain one of the promotion that you mentioned actually. So let's keep that. Let's keep that. Okay.
In my particular case, right? One. This is from the perspective of someone in Osaka or who lives in Osaka, right? One of my haunts or ventures, or basically place that I often went into, right, is an area called Dendenmachi or Denden Town, right? It's basically the Osaka's equivalent of Akihabara, right? There isn't much of a difference from the selection because both Tokyo and Osaka are considered major cities. So a lot of the stuff that can only be obtained in Tokyo when it comes to the Japanese pop culture stuff, especially and especially the anime, manga, and all that jazz. What can be obtained in Akihabara can also be obtained in Dendenmachi, in Osaka. And I think this is also something that I saw for the very first time, because when I went to Tokyo as part of a family holiday many years ago, I did not saw what I witnessed, right? But the time where I came here, which is around 2019, for the first time in Japan, in both Tokyo and Osaka. I went to Tokyo first before I go to Osaka for permanent residence, right?
I see.
Suddenly, both places, Akihabara and Dendenmachi, have specialty shops dedicated to pro wrestling.
I see.
Yeah. So I think the specialty shops are not necessarily large in numbers, right? But I think it's quite interesting because the shop that I know in Osaka, okay, not only that they sell DVD or Blu-ray of matches of NJWP.
Right.
I think there are some wrestling memorabilia in there, and some wrestlers even donated their mask if
Oh,
they are a
yes.
mask wrestler.
Yes.
To these particular specialty stores, right? Although unfortunately, I think some of the specialty stores had to shut down thanks to COVID, but one still survived in Osaka, at least at the same place where I saw in Dendenmachi, right? So I think that was my first exposure to Japanese pro wrestling, and then sometimes in certain places where I go, I think I witnessed at least one or two promotional posters. It has to be wrestling. I'm pretty sure because it's very obvious. There is fire on the background of the posters and a bunch of big, heavy set, sweaty dudes in boxers. It has to be pro wrestling,
I hope so.
Yeah.
Seeing big sweaty men in boxers in any other context is a little sus,
not
but
good,
in wrestling that's perfectly normal indeed.
Yeah, well, don't worry, it's not sus because they look like they're about to throw down, at least. Yeah. So yeah, there's at least one or two wrestling promotional posters at places I tend to venture.
I see. In fact, I don't know if that was the exact store that you went, but at least the one in Tokyo, there's actually a shop that actually specializes in pro wrestling masks. Like there is a massive collection of pro wrestling masks. So where you can get some really like treasured memorabilia. Actually, I think the owner is either a very veteran collector or or he himself is a mask maker. So so these pro wrestling memorabilia shops can be like some can be some hallowed grounds as well. These are places that I would love to visit myself actually. Yes. What's the question? Basically, Gurdo was regaling his tales of how he was exposed to pro wrestling in Japan. But now, since everyone has given their answers, now let me just read them out. See what they are. Okay. So for this one, obviously, if you get it right, then you get the points. There's no such thing as the most correct, I guess. Okay, so for Sky, you have answered Tokyo Josei Pro Wrestling, Stardom, and DDT. I'm gonna give you a chance here. Tokyo Josei Pro Wrestling?
It was Joshi, right? Josei and Joshi are basically interchangeable in Japanese, so I think I got them mixed up. I meant to say Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling.
All right, and you have made your case there, so yes, I was gonna ask that Josei, because the official name is indeed Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. I don't think they've ever gone by Tokyo Josei Pro Wrestling, but we all understand which promotion you are talking about. And obviously, Stardom is the most well-known and largest Joshi Pro company, and DDT is an experience. Oh boy, DDT. Oh gods. Can you say anything about DDT actually, Sky?
Okay, so I'll give you my rationale. So we talked about Joshi Pro earlier, so that's understood. Stardom I knew because of Nakimura from Paris House. Really,
Wait, who'd you say?
Hana Kimura.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. I totally understand why you mentioned the name, because yes, Terrace House, Hana Kimura. I get it. We'll leave it at that.
Yep, exactly. And for DDT, Chris Brooks is a bit of a character, I guess, here in Japan. So I think
hold on. How did you know about Chris Brooks?
He's a character. Like, I mean, people, I think, like, I don't know him personally, of course, but like I think most people know who he is here.
What do you mean most?
Oh, like he's done like collabs with a bunch of YouTubers here in Japan. So I think that's how he became a bit more mainstream.
Oh, wait, Chris Brooks? Mainstream?
Yeah, I seem to recall that name as well.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, what has he gotten involved in besides the YouTube videos?
I don't know what to tell you. Like
Because, like, okay, for context to everyone who's not aware, Chris Brooks is a British wrestler who has actually practically migrated to Japan at this rate. And he's wrestled for a good bit with DDT. One second. So he's practically a full timer in DDT right now. He wrestles as part of the CCK alongside what's his name? Masahiro Takahashi. Takashi. Ref Ryan, help me out here. Oh, I should have actually featured him just now. Actually, he wrestled in Singapore quite a few times. Yeah, he's wrestled in Singapore a few times for SPW. In fact, and Thailand for the matter. So he gets around, that man.
he does.
Yeah. Apologies, everyone. Apologies. Suddenly my nose is just acting up a storm. So yes, I knew of Chris Brooks for actually many years. Actually, because he used to wrestle in the British independent wrestling scene for many years. Gomena, sorry.
Do you want to take care of that first? Because it sounds like you're coughing up a storm.
I'm not coughing up a storm. I am perfectly fine. Nothing is defeating me right now. I am strong. I am strong. Right. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't want to laugh. Don't want to laugh. Don't laugh. How dare you laugh? Don't worry, I have water. Hot water. Oh, Masa Takadashi. Thank you, Ryan. Yes. So yes. I could have featured a Chris Brooks match just now. Actually, he had a banger of a tag team match. Only a few months ago, right, Ryan? He literally was in Singapore just a few months ago, I believe. So man gets around. Okay. Okay. So good job, Sky. You made your point. You get 2 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and next up, yes, Ryan. Chris Brooks appeared in Sea Dog VA's video, a very, very big Japan-based YouTuber indeed. Okay, Go Guardian. What you wrote was NJWP, Tokyo Pro, and Tokyo Joshi. Please state your case, because I will be honest here. I am also judging a bit on semantics here. Yes, NJWP. What does that mean?
New Japan Wrestling.
Even in Japanese, it should be Shinnihon Puroresu, right? So
Yeah,
you wrote the
because-
NJWP, and I'm sorry, I don't no take backsies here. But when you write it down, the answer is locked in, unless if you can state your case.
Oh no! To be honest with you, I am not entirely sure on what the long form of it is. But the term NJWP is actually thrown around even in quite a casual manner from the Japanese news and TV shows which I watch. Which I
Really?
have a chance to watch, right?
Oh.
Like I am also aware that there are plenty of wrestling production houses and wrestling do we call them corporations or production houses in Japan. But
Right.
anyway, the term NJWP is apparently thrown around a lot. Not quite a few times, but basically when people talk pro wrestling, at least in a very casual manner, right? This would come up first. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they essentially? Is this the case of the media people just getting it wrong?
not
Actually.
not necessarily the media people, which is why I said I am not even I am not even sure if I arranged the forwards correctly.
Interesting.
But it's not just the media. It's not just the media with the media people. Maybe two letters are different, in the arrangement. But I know it's just 4 letters, and it starts with NJ, and the rest I'm not so sure.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever heard of it called, Shinnihon Puroresu, NJPW. I've never heard of it referred to as NJW P before.
That is probably my bad then. Then yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you are correct.
Interesting.
Yes.
Tokyo. All right. Okay. But that's fine. And then Tokyo Pro.
Yes. Now, I have got to admit, the Tokyo Pro, I completely made it up. I wasn't sure if it's going to hit or not because, pro isn't pro wrestling.
See, the crazy thing is, I actually obviously had to verify for this myself.
Crazy thing.
There is a Tokyo Pro. It's
I'm sorry?
It's defunct now. It's defunct now. It ended in 1996. But yes, there is a Tokyo Pro Wrestling, or rather, there was a Tokyo Pro Wrestling. You somehow got it right. It is even called Tokyo Pro, actually. So that's wild. And it has no relation to Shinnihon, actually. So, okay, I'll accept that. Actually. This is wild.
Okay.
Good job, I guess.
Task failed successfully.
Yes, task failed successfully indeed. Oh,
Good.
and okay, so finally, Tokyo Joshi. What does this one refer to?
I just based that on our conversations earlier. You introduced us to the term, and I just use it.
All right, answer accepted. And you know what? Fine. All right, it's fine. It's fine. You get 2 points as well. Gordo.
Okay,
Congrats. All right, and
like I said, I'm an amateur when it comes to pro wrestling terms.
and finally, Ebisu.
Oh.
Smash, Hustle, and Osaka. Where did you get these names?
The smash is because the time I was reading some relatable actually it's considered reading. I was reading that time, it was very long time ago. I was like coincidentally reading a magazine of it, like literally everything is Japanese. So I just curious, like when I start learning and then I start reading, and then coincidentally I saw the word smash, and then another few years then it become hustle. It just like trying to read the newspaper. And this too is actually pretty indie. Like literally not known. It's not 100% known. But I heard about it from what's the thing? At time I read a thing that relate to Smash. Wait, it's not read also. It's in a TV also.
You saw it on television.
It was coincidentally I watched. I only can recall Smash. Then a few years, then they right, it was in the NHK news.
Oh, NHK.
No, I recall. Oh gosh, I keep thinking why I write Smash and Hustle.
So, so this isn't something that you just found this is something that you just went on the internet whilst I was asking this question, were you?
No, it's not. The Smash is 100% yes. Because that's the 100% I know. I'm familiar, definitely familiar for some reason. Even you see the game, they put the Super Smash Bros. They will put the word in the middle for some reason. I was like, okay, fine. When I put the Smash, then the Hustle is like the upgraded version of the Smash.
Okay, all right, interesting. I actually generally didn't know about Smash and Hustle, and I've actually checked through you, and you're right. In fact, here's the crazy part. Do you know who founded Smash?
Don't tell me it's a pro wrestler as well.
It's Tajiri. Tajiri founded Smash. Not Hustle, but for Smash, yeah. This was by Tajiri himself, who we just watched doing his thing in SPW. So yeah, he founded a pro wrestling promotion as well. Apparently, interesting indeed. And finally, the third one is Osaka, right? Which we
the one is I just took from the first one. The one I just like okay lah. I still remember my pick.
All right. Okay, and that means, unfortunately, because you used a question. Wait, hold on. Yes. Osaka Pro did come indeed from the first question. So unfortunately, you only get 1 point. But very impressive, episode. Very impressive. Yeah, you actually managed to cite 2 promotions that I'm not aware of. Good God, because they don't even exist anymore. Good grief. Very interesting. Very impressive, guys. Very impressive. So to recap, Sky and Gordo, they get 2 points, and Ibisu gets 1 point. But unfortunately, I must announce it. Sky, due to time constraints, Sky, I believe you need to take your leave now.
I do need to go. I'm really sorry, everyone, but this has been super fun. I feel like I know 1% more about pro wrestling now. Maybe just 1%.
It's all right. There's always another time, Sky. I apologize. Unfortunately, due to time due to a lot of scheduling madness as well. I couldn't wasn't able to schedule this a little bit earlier. But alas, these things do happen. So have a good night, Sky. Please, do you want to please tell everybody, tell everyone here where we can find you, and if you have anything interesting coming up.
Well, Cornelius has very kindly added my link in the description, so you can check it out there. I'm usually streaming on Twitch, and anything interesting? Unfortunately, not. Not a lot happening right now. Just trying to stay cool in this super hot Japanese summer right now. If you would not believe it, it is more humid and more hot than it is in Malaysia.
I have heard that.
Ain't that the truth, though?
Ain't that the truth?
Can I just add in on that? Before you go there, I know you really have to go, but earlier this afternoon, right? I was blasting my air conditioning at 18 degrees, and I was still sweating like a pig. That is how bad the summer in here is now.
Good.
Super hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hotter than Indonesia. It's hotter than Malaysia, and both countries are really hot.
That is wild to hear.
Yeah.
Indeed. My goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Look forward to your next Muay Thai match, Sky. I hope to hear of it eventually.
Will do. Take care, everyone.
Take
Good luck
care.
with
Yeah.
the quiz.
Thank you for coming, Sky.
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
All right. Okay. Let's keep this going. Let's keep these things brisk here. All right. So now there's only 2 contestants here, unfortunately, but we will trudge on. Okay. Number 6. Minoru Suzuki appeared in which famous anime? A. Bleach. B. Naruto. C. One Piece. Or D. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
I love how you choose to put the big 3, and then the last one seems to be a very specific choice.
What are you insinuating, Gordo? Yeah. Are you saying I've got? I have a type. I have a kink.
Maybe. I'll choose to remain silent for now, but
Come on, what? You're not some. You're not like a little fragile toy. You are literally a mecha. Come on. I can take it. Come on, say what you want to say. Hey, Bisu, say what you want to say as well. Come on. What are you scared of? You are literally a god of harvest as well. You have something to say about me adding D as a potential answer? Do you folks think that I love my mother and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Drawing based on the outline, there's only can be one answer instead.
Well, perhaps
because
maybe Minoru Suzuki's a mom who has 2-hit multi-target attacks. Maybe.
Because the thing is, the A, B, and C, right? Those are basically very major titles that are known throughout the world. And normally, when people make quizzes like this, they would have kept all the answers in the same team. But of course, sometimes when people make quizzes, there's always one answer who doesn't seem to belong. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, like Bleach is worldwide famous, and so is Naruto, so is One Piece. So I was expecting at D, I was expecting some titles like, I don't know, Dragon Ball or Toriko, right? All the other major titles as well. But I believe D is also better known on its Japanese on its Japanese nickname Okasan Online, right? Because the illustrator for this particular anime or manga is also a VTuber, so that's why the name pretty much stick to my head.
Oh yeah, you're right. That still means that D could still be the answer,
Well, but the art style that you are showing in here is very...
Familiar.
Yes!
Do you guys
But
even know
from
who Minoru
where?
Suzuki is?
Well, Minoru Suzuki, yes, the name is very familiar, but the art style is also very familiar. Like, this is... It could be from either A, B, or C, you know.
Well, why can't it be from D as well? I mean, Minoru Suzuki here looks like he's a mom.
What?
Could be. Just saying. I can neither confirm nor deny, okay? Obviously, if I were to give away any more, I'm just giving away the answer. I need your answers, folks. But there's only 2 of you. Where's the other? Where's the answer?
All right, I'll just... hang on.
Also,
Randomly throw.
also watermelons. Also watermelons. I don't understand what you mean by the only thing I want to smash is Rey Mysterio. This came out of the blue there. What do you mean by that? So yes, let's see. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let me just key in the answer. All right. Okay, this is very interesting. Okay, Ebisu, you answered C for One Piece, and Gordo, you answered B for Naruto. No one answered D for Do You Love Your Mom and Her 2-hit multi-target attacks.
The art.
Alrighty, and drum roll, please, Mina. And the answer is C, One Piece. Congrats, episode. You get the points.
Wait, what?
It's the thick line. It's the thick line.
Yes, indeed. In fact, let me show this.
Huh?
There. This should be able to. You should be able to recognize this, right? This particular screenshot that's right next to me here.
Okay.
So, Minoru Suzuki is one of the most iconic Japanese pro wrestlers of the modern era. The man is over 50 years old. His nickname is literally in Japanese like what was it? The man with the worst personality in the world. I don't know. That's a bit of a mouthful to say in English. I am sure, but yeah. He's been wrestling for many years. He's recently come into a bit of mainstream success. Like, he's wrestled in America many times at this rate. He has his own merchandise shop in Tokyo, if I'm not wrong. Actually, he's so well known that he got to cameo in One Piece, like the biggest anime there is. Actually, so I'm a little surprised that you got this wrong, Goro. How could you get this wrong? Like, Ebiso's right. This is literally like the One Piece style.
Well, in my defense, right? If it's from One Piece, normally Oda Sensei loves his elaborate designs, and even with famous characters. So it's not as elaborate as what I thought Oda would do, right? It's definitely not Okasan Online, because Pochi Sensei's art is very specific, right? And it's definitely not A, because again, Kubo Sensei's art is also very specific. So all I could think of is Naruto, because I thought this is something that Kishimoto would do.
What was it? Because did the T-shirt confuse you?
T-shirt and the way he draw his character silhouettes. And I didn't think it was going to be Oda's work, because Oda loves his elaborate designs, right? Like, just look at all his characters. I mean, look at Mr. Bon Clay crying out loud.
Even the recent characters.
So just for context here, I barely understood what you said just now, Gordo, because I don't really watch the big three. Actually, I know of them, obviously, but yeah, I I ironically know a little bit more about Pochi Sensei than the other three manga authors for some reason. I wonder why. And yes, Rev Ryan here said something interesting. Oh my god, I understood his shirt's reference, his entrance theme. Minoru Suzuki's entrance song for the longest time has been Kaze ni Nare. So it goes like Kaze ni Nare. That's why you see the kanji for wind on his shirt that he always enters to Kaze ni Nare to rapturous applause. So yes, man is well known enough to appear in a One Piece anime. Indeed. Oh yeah, Pochi Sensei. Oh my goodness, Pochi Sensei. Okay. I'll stop daydreaming now. Thank you. And yes, the black and white shirt that is Minoru Suzuki in his younger years. Apparently, he was quite the attractive man in his younger years, indeed. Where everyone tends to see him as a bit of a grouch, actually, these days. But back then, very much a stud. And welcome, Yuri. Welcome, Yuri, a fellow Malaysian VTuber here. Go check her out, everybody. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question 7. Wrestling in a relatively small, non-televised wrestling promotion is called A. Hardcore wrestling, B. Indie wrestling, C. Trash bag wrestling. Who threw me? Who threw that? And D. Amateur wrestling. Do any of these things make any sense to you? These words?
There's such a thing as trash bag wrestling.
Yes, there is. I'm not using made up words here. These are actual words. Obviously, some may be not as common, but they are used.
All right then.
No, but you, Ebisu, do some of these words confuse you, befuddle you? Do you need me to explain anything? I'm all ears. Okay? I've not been a mean man, okay? Do I come up antisocial? Do I come up antisocial? Bah.
I imagine it's misleading.
How is it misleading? What, you think I will lie? Are you calling me a liar? Calling me a liar, Ebisu?
No, but it just... If the moment
Ask me something.
Used...
Ask me.
What
Come on,
question should
come
I
on.
ask?
Ask me something. Come on, let me educate you right now. If you need clarification, do you need any clarification with this question at all?
All right, what exactly?
I'm not
is
pressuring
trash bag
anyone.
wrestling?
Where's the pressure? There is no pressure. I am a very
What?
polite pro wrestler.
Okay.
Ebisu, ask me something. Ask me something. Ask me.
Oh boy.
Ask me.
I
Ask me.
think
Ask me.
ask related to UWF, I guess.
Sorry?
I don't know.
No, what was the question?
I don't know. Just like it. I know the A and C is kind of misleading, but the B and D somewhat very close, but not really.
You said something about WWF. Did you have a question related to that or something?
No, but I mean, it's just like trying to relate to it, but when I think about it, it's not.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's
Like I mentioned, I can at least, obviously can't give you the answer, but I can at least clarify certain terms for you, should you require it. All right, but everyone has locked in the answers already, so that means all answers are final. All right, and let's see that. Let's see. Okay, so basically, Ebisu and Gordo, you both answered B for indie wrestling. And so, let us now drum roll, and the answer is B for indie wrestling. Yeah, it's easy enough. See, what's there to worry about? What's there to worry about? Ladies and gents,
So,
yes, indeed.
what exactly is a trashback wrestling then? Because that term just made me go, huh?
It's not that common a term, but it is thrown around. I think more so in American independent wrestling. So let me just start things first. So indie wrestling refers to independent wrestling. So it's like the question lays out. It's independent wrestling is a relatively small, non-televised wrestling promotion or activity. Which is really interesting, actually. So because so something like MyPW is an indie wrestling show. SPW that we'll watch just now is an independent wrestling show. Something like WWE is decidedly not independent wrestling. You know, when it's shown on the international scale on television, no, not the furthest thing from independent wrestling. Now, and obviously, hardcore wrestling refers to a style of pro wrestling. You know, that involves chairs, tables, ladders, usually a good bit of blood as well. That's what hardcore wrestling is. Amateur wrestling refers to actually the actual sport of wrestling, where they wear the wrestling singlets and it's in the Olympics. That's amateur wrestling, actually. Fun fact: a lot of wrestlers, a surprising number of wrestlers, they think that they have to start with amateur wrestling first and then they go to pro wrestling. So a shocking number of them actually do amateur wrestling first and then thinking that that's how you get into pro wrestling, where in fact, no. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. It is actually kind of funny how many wrestlers actually end up doing that first before getting into pro wrestling, actually. Ref Ryan, you and I both know a couple like that, I think. Okay. But trashback wrestling, let me refer to this one. This actually does, this refers to wrestling that is basically done in a not professional sense, where it's seen, where it's done by wrestlers who were not properly trained, essentially. Like they try to dress all cool and grungy, like what we see in the Attitude Era. And yes, maybe some of them can do the moves and all that, but it's not a well put together match. They're doing things in a very, very dangerous way and all that jazz. So in the sense, it is a subcategory of independent wrestling, but I am obviously looking for the more specific term here. Trashback wrestling is like indie wrestling, but with a bad reputation, essentially. You know? Like, so independent wrestling, you know, as small as it is, like backyard wrestling, worse. Like backyard wrestling has its connotations, yes, but trashback wrestling is an outright negative term. You know, backyard wrestling is a bit Wild Wild West, a bit of an outlaw wrestling as well. But it doesn't necessarily mean bad. You know, like it could literally mean like, oh, I have a wrestling ring in my backyard. It can just mean that, but the wrestling can still be quite good. Trashback wrestling outright means it is bad. Like it's like this is wrestling that should not be happening because it is just done by people who did not train properly for this. So independent wrestling is what we think is like sort of the proper, I guess, respectable term. You know, a lot of people have still have a lot of misconceptions or outright hostile opinions about pro wrestling, but at least indie wrestling is sort of like the proper way to refer to small non-televised wrestling promotion. Interestingly enough, there's actually a wrestling promotion in Southeast Asia that might just be moving away from being called indie wrestling. Very, very recently in the Philippines, a promotion called MWF, Manila Wrestling Federation. I consider this massive news, actually. They are getting their own television show on a television network called Rock on Manila. So it's a fairly new television network. So that means, at least in the Philippines, there will be pro wrestling on Filipino television, which is kind of a big deal because they will be considered like the first ever Southeast Asians to have local pro wrestling on their own television networks. In fact, in a way, they already did because they actually had Filipino wrestling in the 80s, actually a long time ago, but it didn't last very long. This modern era pro wrestling is getting their own television show now, which is a massive deal. Actually, the first one ever in this modern era of Southeast Asian wrestling. So kudos to them in the Philippines. Really proud of you folks over there, indeed. All right. Let's move on to the next question, shall we?
When you come to think about it, if they have their own TV show in that, then it's also highly possible for them to invite other non-Filipino Southeast Asian wrestlers, like for a friendly competition match. I think that's very
absolutely.
plausible. I think that's very plausible.
Of course, like I've wrestled in the Philippines before, so now there's a difference. There's a difference between wrestling in a foreign country, in a foreign independent promotion, and wrestling in a foreign wrestling promotion that has a television network. Big difference there, I suppose. Ching and all that jazz. So like I've wrestled in Singapore before and Perth and Philippines, but wrestling in a televised Filipino wrestling show, that'll be the
stakes
dream.
are higher, isn't it?
Stakes are higher, standards are higher. I
You
wonder.
have to make yourself. Yeah, you have to make yourself even more presentable.
Absolutely. So I am very much looking forward to checking out. As you can tell, I very much keep on the beat of Southeast Asian wrestling. So I'm very much looking forward to see how MWF fares in Rock on Manila. All right, question 8. Let's discuss chat's opinion that will get me cancelled. Okay, I need to explain this. I need to really explain this one. Before that. Congrats! Everyone gets a point for question 8. Let's just get this out of the way. Let's just get this out of the way.
What's going on? What's going on here?
Okay.
So obviously we're all a little bit confused here. Yes. This isn't a question. This is just me wanting to just talk about this particular moment in VTubing history, I suppose. Let's see now. Okay, let me just do this first. Let me just tally some points. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So what's going on here? What is going on here? So, do you two know who this is?
Yes, I also have another question. Did this actually happen during her marshmallow stream or something?
Yes.
Because for a second, I instantly thought this must be somebody changing the words on the Maro. But
I also thought it's like a Photoshop.
yeah,
Nope.
because I mean, first off, this is Scarlett Yonaguni of Niji Sanji Yen, right?
Indeed.
And mostly based on her streams and all that. She is the last person I would thought where her fans would just drop in a wrestling topic a wrestling opinion like this.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Correct. Indeed.
Unless something recently happened, which I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Not at all. So this isn't like a massive thing that is scandalous or gone onto the news or something like that. In fact, for context, this is something I watch Scala Yunaguni as well, right? Because she puts on a lot of fun. She does a lot of like funny, zany Zatsudan streams, and she was doing her one of her Maro streams. I was listening to it while I was having I was eating an entire plate of pizza. Yeah, I was eating an entire plate of pizza because carbs. And out of nowhere, this model came up, and I was like, oh, hello. Like you actually can see me comment here. You actually can see me comment right here, right behind me here. My name right over here.
Yeah, I see it.
And so I thought, and obviously Scarlett was caught very off guard by this because first of all, she has no idea what AEW is. I think she's at least heard of what that is, but she doesn't know anything about it. So she was caught a little off guard by it, and I actually kind of felt a bit bad for her because she doesn't know anything about this, so she can't really give a proper take on this at all. So this was, I believe, the stream was give me your hot take. I think so. You know, there's a lot of other spicy questions,
Okay.
and this is one of them. Do you two know what AEW is? All Elite Wrestling.
I have heard it before.
Ebisu?
I just thinking that the word he put or whoever behind it is like saying that it's boring to that person, or it just not.
Do you know what
It's
is
tough.
AEW? Ebisu?
Is it like all the pro wrestling the kind?
AEW is the other major pro wrestling promotion in North America. For the longest of time, WWE is the number one promotion by far, the biggest. Like the
Yes,
distant
that
number
one-
two. The distant number two actually is Shin Nihon Pro Wrestling for the longest of time until came along AEW, give or take 3-4 years ago. AEW is like, in some ways, the number 2 wrestling promotion in the world right now. They are big. Like, they recently did a show in Wembley Stadium, big. Like, the UK's largest stadium, big. They are massive, you know? So, they are... I never thought in my lifetime I would see another wrestling promotion that sort of rivals WWE. They're not as big as WWE, don't get me wrong. But they just recently released an AEW video game as well, you know? So, they're big. They are genuinely big. They're on major television networks. I think they even showed in Malaysia to some extent as well, you know? So, they're huge. They are literally an actual competitor to WWE. And in some ways, they are. I think the big difference between AEW and WWE is that WWE very much operates like its own little bubble universe. AEW is very indie friendly, independent wrestling friendly, actually. You know, so a lot of wrestlers have a lot more freedom. They recently done a show called Forbidden Door where they've collaborated with New Japan Pro Wrestling. In fact, you know, like that's a very established thing now, where called Forbidden Door, where you get to see dream matches happening between New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers and AEW wrestlers. So like I said, genuine number 2 biggest wrestling promotion in the world. And what happened here is, so this is a hot take. AEW is not a good wrestling show. Oh, spicy. Obviously, Scarlett has no idea. And I actually found the comment section really, really interesting here, actually. Because if I were to read it out, you know, Wrestle Sanji is the only good wrestling show I know. The wrestling in video game is more real than wrestling. Oof. And all that jazz. Like, I basically found the replies to this really interesting because it's either stuff that is outright wrong or like out of the woodwork. A lot of the comments during this section of Scarlett's live stream was outright was either outright anti WWE or outright anti AEW. Actually, you know, like you see a lot of like us versus them tribalist sort of mentality going on. You know, which I just found really like a little sad, to be perfectly honest, because in my personal opinion, an educated opinion, mind you, WWE, it's like, can you imagine if it was just Hololive? Can you imagine if it was just Hololive as the #1 VTuber agency in the world? Like, and then everything else is a distant #2. Can you imagine?
Well, I know some people who would actually prefer it that way because I heavily dislike the term tribalism, especially in this modern era, because holy crap, some of the things that people say can be downright do
Disgusting.
excuse my language. Yes, thank you for saying it. can be very disgusting. Essentially, they are treating it doesn't even started with VTuber agencies in this particular case. It started back at actual idol agencies. When before VTuber was even a thing. Like I'm pretty sure everybody has heard this one before. Remember when Idol Master and Love Live fans were clashing on the internet?
I'm not familiar with the idol scene, but please go ahead.
It's not even the idol scene. It's basically two different idol game franchises. And if now the only reason I know those names was because of the flame war between the fan base. It got so explosive, right? That even people who don't know idol games like me just I am the guy who witnessed things from afar while munching on popcorn. Like this is getting interesting. Right.
I see.
Yeah. But that was also the first time I learned about tribalism in fan bases. They are treating it like a sport match, if I must say. Whereas to me, the uninitiated, I look at it and go, these franchises would have really cute girls for their characters. What is wrong with what is wrong with what is now? This is my innocent bit, right? I said something that made me need to delete some accounts and hide from the internet for a week.
Oh gods.
Because apparently, according to them, I have the audacity to suggest coexistence.
Oh my.
Yeah, I have the audacity to suggest, why can't you two just, be friends?
Shocking.
Be friends, right? And then, but no. But yeah, I didn't get the idea.
Buying both idol games? Unthinkable.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you?
Meanwhile, for me as a wrestler, I'm like, yay! More opportunities to actually become a full-time pro wrestler. Because with the existence of AEW, guess what? More pro wrestlers have a chance of getting it onto television, of getting to do this as full-time jobs, of actually making a name for themselves, having an alternative besides WWE. I was happy. I and many others were really, really happy that AEW existed because, WWE doesn't have to be the end all be all, because that's how it was seen for the longest of times. That it was seen as the end all be all. You could go nowhere else until the arrival of AEW. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're not interested, if you don't like WWE for whatever reason, that is absolutely in your right. And if you don't like AEW, that is absolutely in your right. Like, if there's something about the product that you may not necessarily like, that's fine. That's fine. I have my gripes with WWE and AEW as well. So it was a little sad to see that how tribalistic people were being, and frankly speaking, how wrong some of the misconceptions were about wrestling actually in Scarlett's stream. So, I can definitely see that this is a spicy take, but I think, like I said, this is something that I know that obviously Scar was opening this up to the world, to all sorts of topics, but this was one that I don't think she was properly that.
Issued.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly speaking, I know obviously, she has to answer. She has to give a response to this, but she can't give a proper one because she doesn't know about this. So she was kind of, I felt a little bad for her that she can't. She's not the right person to ask for this. Now, if I were to be given this Maro, if I were to do a hot take stream or something, and I was given this, oh, jeez, the quarter of the entire of that stream would be just be me talking about this thing alone. Actually, okay. Put it this way. There's a reason why people are so tribalistic about this whole thing about AEW versus WWE. Here's some context for you guys. VTubing has existed for only 5-8 years, right?
I guess.
Pro wrestling, ish.
Not, I guess.
Ish. Pro wrestling has existed for over a century at this point. There are decades upon decades of fan base loyalty, of how people did things back in the past, the whole generation, a generational gap, how different how pro wrestling evolved. Something that I love to mention to folks is that there are for VTubing, there are skeletons in his closet. For pro wrestling, there are closets full of skeletons. Pro wrestling has a lot more baggage to it. And so therefore, the how people interact especially online when it comes to pro wrestling can get, the term, what's the term? How did it go? Like, basically, people get dumber faster. People get dumber really fast online when it comes to the pro wrestling sometimes. I'm like, there's a reason why my Twitter is mostly about VTubing as opposed to pro wrestling. Let's put it that way. So that's my 2 cents about this little moment, essentially, Like what you like. And don't put down people over it. If you like Hololive more than Niji Sanji, go ahead. If you like Niji Sanji more than Hololive, go ahead. You don't have to but you don't have to flame or to belittle anyone over it. Yeah. So this isn't even a question at all. This is just me bringing this up. So everyone gets a point over this.
Literally like Oshinoko, that vibes.
Oh. Yep.
I suppose.
Yep. To do with that, the idol the idol industry and the pro wrestling industry and the VTubing industry has a lot of overlap. So yeah, that sort of thing indeed. So yes, just be nice about things, folks. Be nice about things. No need to let's not get so hostile. In this online mad world. All right. Question 9. Roman Reigns is part of the blank family. A. Anoa'i, B. McMahon, C. Rhodes, or D. Von Erich.
I don't think I have any idea what this is, but I know who Roman Reigns is. But yes. This family is basically a wrestling term for this particular context, right?
I'm actually referring to Roman Reigns' actual family.
Actual family.
Yes.
Okay, that's a slightly different. That's slightly different question now. If it's normal, we all may know the answer, but this one, okay, slightly different now.
Really. I mean, okay. These answers here, are you familiar with any of these answers actually?
Well, only McMahon.
Same. I know that also.
I'm not surprised by that at all. But and both of you know who Roman Reigns is.
I mean, he's quite famous.
I do, but not in a way that not in a rather pleasant way.
No.
Yeah. Is it really okay to talk about this? Because the only reason I know about Roman Reigns is basically from a friend of mine who's really into pro wrestling, and sometimes even though I understood nothing of a conversation, but because friends are friends, so I basically just have to be a good listener to be a good friend.
I
right?
see.
In a way. So like in a way where I often tend to bombard her with giant robot shenanigans. So in return, she bombards me with pro wrestling shenanigans.
Oh,
right?
you have a
So
you have a pro wrestling fanatic friend. I see. Wow.
yeah, like I don't understood half the things she said, but like I said, some terminologies and terms caught on, and I learned about Roman Reigns from her. And the only thing that I basically learned about Roman Reigns is basically this. In summary, WWE tried to market Roman Reigns as a face good guy type of thing, but apparently the crowd did not like him at all.
Okay. I can actually talk a little bit about this actually. So
Yes,
okay,
please.
so let's just get it out of the way first. Roman Reigns didn't do a crime. He didn't do anything that can be constituted as unethical or bad. What this is a case of what we call booking. You know, as in like you are as in how the story is developed. Like I said, pro wrestling is very much a male telenovela, a male soap opera, a male a masochistic cinetron, if you will, you know.
Okay.
And so very much WWE tried to push Roman Reigns as the guy, the man, the ace. They still are, for the matter. Okay, has not changed over the years. No, he's still like this is a recent photo. In fact, I think I even dare say this year. You know, so so they're still pushing him as the guy. Essentially, they try to make him push him as the guy, and therefore, you know, the face of the company, the good guy of the company. When in fact there were others that were perhaps in a way where the audience, you know, they cheer or boo who they want, right? You know, it's not like there's anyone holding him at gunpoint there, and.
Yeah.
And essentially, what happened was Roman Reigns was overexposed. There was just too much of Roman Reigns, you know. Every time, like it got predictable. Essentially, you know, Roman wins this, Roman wins that. Roman always appears here, Roman always appears there. It's like non-stop Roman to the point where the audience was kind of sick of it. Actually, you know. So that's kind of why I totally understand that. That's why your friend feels a little negatively to Roman. Now, as a heel, as a bad guy, he's actually doing great over the past several years. Actually, yes. Hesky, welcome. You know this? Yeah, this should be for any wrestling fan. This should be a fairly simple answer. So yeah. Okay, answers, folks. Answers. Come on. Enough story time by Daddy Lo here. Come on.
I guessing
That makes sense, to be honest.
Yes.
Well,
So your friend was talking it from a storyline perspective, not like he did.
Yeah.
It's not like Roman plotted the assassination of other wrestlers, you know.
No,
I'm just guessing.
she did have some very funny commentary about Roman Reigns whenever the topic of his name came up. I think it was two things she mentioned. First, she absolutely cannot stand him. Apparently,
Okay.
and I think your explanation kind of tells me why. And number two, her commentary being, I think she said something along the lines of, how is it that Roman Reigns always managed to look like he stepped out of the shower whenever he's on the ring?
Oh, that really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, interesting. I mean, you wanna know why?
Wait, there's an answer for it.
Yeah, there's an answer for it.
Yes.
Like it's a really silly little answer. I might make a question out of this in the future. Actually, not that. Thank you, Gordon, for actually providing me with another question. For the potential future question. You know why his hair looks like that?
Go on.
Because he wets it.
I mean, yeah, that much is obvious.
Probably. Maybe he just went to a salon to make his hair very curly and stick to it.
Essentially, they wet a lot of wrestlers, especially if they have long hair, they like to wet it so that so that it lays down in a particular way, so that it's a little bit heavier on the head, so there's a nice shine to it. It all depends on what sort of look you're going for. Roman Reigns clearly likes the wet hair look, so he goes for it. It's as simple as that. I totally understand if your friend has a pet peeve over it. I get it. I have a thing with wrist straps, for instance. I hate it when you gotta have the right wrist strap for if you have a particular look. So yeah, Roman Reigns has wet hair syndrome as a wrestler. Big whoop. Okay, let's see. Let me just check. Okay, let's see. Okay, your answer for this is C for roads. And Ebisu, your answer for question 8 is D for Von Erich. Right, drum roll, please, everyone. And the answer to question 8 is A, Anoa'i.
Well, huh?
Okay. Clearly, you guys don't know who Dwayne The Rock Johnson is. Okay, if I were to say that Roman Reigns is related to Dwayne The Rock Johnson, does that help?
I beg your pardon.
Wait,
Did you know that they're related?
Wait, my mind. I need to rearrange my mind from there. Really?
Yes. Are they cousins or uncle nephew? I can't recall, but they're definitely related. So.
Wait, so he's Samoan.
Yes.
Oh.
Like I know, I don't know the name of this what this thing is called. This red flower necklace thing called. I think, is it a lei? I don't think it's a lei. But this is very much a Samoan thing. Like, if you wear this red necklace, that means you are the tribal chief, the tribal Samoan chief. Roman Reigns is Samoan. This is not a secret. This has never been a secret.
I guess I don't pay much attention to it.
Yes, in fact, yes, the tattoos also give it away of his Samoan heritage. The name Anoa'i also should give away that this is a Samoan name. So The Rock and Roman Reigns are part of the very, very large and famous Samoan wrestling dynasty. So the Anoa'i family, obviously the two most famous names currently is The Rock, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, the Usos, who are a very prominent tag team in WWE right now, Rikishi, and many more. Like, they are perhaps the most famous pro wrestling dynasty right now.
I see.
So yeah, he's Samoan. And so yeah, so the name Anoa'i is not used in pro wrestling. So that's kind of why I think that's why you two weren't aware of this at all. It's not, they don't use it as far as, I mean, he's called Roman Reigns for Pete's sakes. The Rock doesn't go by Dwayne Anawai either. Funny enough, Yokozuna is Samoan. You're correct, Hesky. And I think, and I believe Yokozuna is also part of the Anawai family, if I'm not wrong. I think so.
Oh.
So they've never used the term Anawai. That's their real name. Roman Reigns is his stage name.
Oh.
I see.
This is a massive family. Like, so many of the members of the Anoi family are pro wrestlers. So they are considered like one of the biggest dynasties there is. Freaking Yokozuna. I didn't even think of Yokozuna. So yes indeed. So sorry folks, none of you got the answer to this. Let's see those. Alright. Okay, let's actually move on. Okay, question 9. Wait.
You just West. Oh no.
Did you
miss?
I'm spinning the wheels. God damn it. God damn it! No, I thought I got everything right. I thought I laid everything right. No!
What's the number 9?
No! I thought something was up with my questions. I thought God freaking. God, chat is so happy right now. Stupid chat is so happy right now. Wait, I thought I. Wait. Hold on. I was like, where was my. Oh, for Pete's sakes. This was supposed to have been questioned.
Oh wow, great.
This was supposed to have been questioned.
You know, sometimes even the best of us makes mistakes, so don't worry too much about it.
Okay. So, question. So the Roman Reigns question was supposed to have been question 9. No wonder. I was wondering. Wait. Was there something going on with my? God, freaking poopity, schmoopity.
Don't worry too much about it.
Okay, fine. I'll spin the stupid wheel. Okay, I'm not gonna switch screens for you guys. I'll let you know who it is. Okay. So I guess I'm spinning the wheel first. Spin. Who the lad out? And it is. Oh, great! It's Skies. You happy, chat? You happy? What's up, Batsu again? Perform an original short rap about me. Oh god, I have to rap about myself.
Oh boy.
Fine. Okay. Boom. Tss, boom. Tss, boom. Tss, boom. Tss. Hey yo. It's up with the Cornelius. Hey, it's the Cornelius. I am the one who brings all the fun. I am low, and that you know. I bring with the graphs. Oh yes, mayhaps. Oh no. Cornelius, you know he is the Cornelius who is low with the go. Oh, yo, low.
So I guess it's a pass. I guess it's a pass for Cornelius.
Okay.
I am the least qualified person to talk about this.
I'm the least qualified person to rap.
Yeah, honestly.
Like arias, I can fake that. Musical numbers? Oh, I've actually almost attempted stuff like that before. Raps? What part of me looks hip hop? No one answered that.
Oh.
Just, no, God, no. Okay. Which is the wrestler? Save me, please. Which is the wrestler? Stop laughing at me, Ref Ryan. Ref Ryan, if you don't get this right, I will spank you. Which is the wrestler? A, B, C, or D? Wow, some folks are answering this correctly. I mean quickly. My bad. Okay, let me key in the answers here. By the way, do we know who any of these are?
Well,
The B and C very obvious.
yes. A looks like somebody who belongs to a bodybuilding magazine.
Same. My first idea is also like that because too glossy.
Too glossy.
I mean, they
What
always
do you mean?
will.
Too glossy.
I mean, bodybuilder they will put like like make the muscle look glossy enough.
We actually call it a bronzing agent.
Yes, bronzing.
But this is the first time I heard someone call it glossy, and I just
Actually, not all wrestlers do this, but some wrestlers do actually bronze themselves as well. Actually,
I don't know.
not
that's still-
all, but some.
That's still better than the last time I heard. Literally, somebody called bronzing as a a popsicle. So
Popsicle.
yeah, their reasoning was because popsicles are shiny. I was like, which popsicle is shiny? So yeah, that's a thing.
I see.
I guess this one.
Let's see now. All right, keying in the final answer. Let's see. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Okay, I've gotten everyone's answers, and basically, Gordo and Ebiso, you both answered D for this gentleman here with the coffee mug. Interesting. Well, let us roll the drums, eh? And your answer for this is D. Interesting. Actually, let me reveal the names of these guys. Here are their names. A is Kai Green, a world-famous bodybuilder. B is Steve Carell from The Office and Evan Almighty, I guess. C is just Bruce Lee. And D is Dan the Dad. That's his wrestling name. Dan the Dad. How did you guys know it was D?
I mean, when we somewhat discuss about the A part, it's like we somewhat get the idea already.
Really?
Mine is a pretty similar reasoning with Ebisu's, right?
I see.
In a way, B and C is obviously none of it because C is literally what you say, Bruce Lee. B is basically a very recognizable face, especially to those fans of I mostly. Oops, sorry. My bad. But anyway, yeah.
So, okay. What I'm getting at
my
with this question is that
apologies. I pressed something by accident on my phone, but to continue, right? A, like I said earlier, looks like somebody who belongs to a wrestling magazine, yeah. And we just leave to D, so D is pretty much the only answer I could think of.
Right, interesting. So my whole point doing this question actually is that when people, because yes, indeed, D is the correct answer for Dan, the dad. And look, put it this way, it's quite interesting you guys actually went straight for D actually, because in my personal opinion, most people will think of A as Kai Green as the answer, because he's the bodybuilder guy. When we think of pro wrestlers, we think of bodybuilders, right? We think of incredibly chiseled, muscle-bound, huge, giant men, and that's to a very large extent still true. There's a reason why in WWE it's called the Land of the Giants, because gods, they're massive. Gods, they are ripped. For the most part. But then you have guys like Dan the Dad. I know this photo doesn't really show it too well, but he wrestles shirtless, right? Dan the Dad legit has a dad bod. Not a big pot belly, but he doesn't look like a bodybuilder. He's quite fit. Like, he has a pretty toned body, but he does not look like Kai Green. He doesn't even look like Bruce Lee. But the body shape is sort of similar to Bruce Lee. Not as chiseled, for sure. No, definitely not washboard abs, but it's not like he's flabby either. But for a lot of people, they don't think of that as wrestlers. Like I'll be perfectly honest. When people see me in my size, they don't think I'm a wrestler at all. It's only when I put on the mask that maybe gives them a second thought. Maybe. And it actually is what's even funny is that Dan the Dad, his gimmick is literally a dad. Like, he will wrestle. You see that coffee cup in his hand?
Yeah.
He wrestles with it.
Wait, he smashed people with coffee cups.
Seriously?
I don't think he's ever done that yet, but he will drink out of it. He will make dad jokes in the ring. Like, he will do that stupid dad thing where he will he will point with his finger at someone's chest, like, what's that? And then when they look down, he will flick the nose up. Like silly dad things like that. He will drink out of his world's best dad mug, for the matter, during a match.
Why does he sound like somebody for a Kinnikuman character?
You know what? I would not be surprised. If he makes a cameo in Kinnikuman one day, actually. But Dan the Dad actually has some success. I mentioned AEW just now, right?
Yeah.
He's appeared in AEW before. He's not part of their main roster, but he's actually gotten like a huge reception there at one point. So he is a comedy wrestler, but he's a damn good one too, for the matter, So man, the crowd legit was cheering big time for him. So wrestlers especially in this modern era come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. There are literally wrestlers without legs.
Huh?
Yeah. I've seen.
Wait, so then how?
How?
You would be surprised at what some folks can do without legs. Like I said, pro wrestling's a show, right? And sometimes you gotta fulfill a fantasy, or rather or should I say, you are trying to achieve that fantasy in a way, So so because of that, you get to do some wacky stuff. I have seen this legless wrestler do his thing before. It is amazing. I have seen a wrestler also wrestle with a blow-up doll, for the matter, and make that look amazing. I have seen a match that featured 2 invisible wrestlers, and that was also amazing. Pro wrestling is a lot of things these days, folks. Some of it wacky.
Two invisible wrestlers.
You heard me. Yeah. I hope to feature. I wonder if I'll ever be able to feature that match one day. I should at least make a question out of that. Indeed. All right. And let's see now. But we have now finally come to the final, to this final question, which means I need to tally up the score. Let me see here.
Oh.
Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. And seeing as there's only the two of you, there is obviously one winner and one, well, not loser, but one person that has to do the Batsu.
Oh dear.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
All right. Let's not dilly dally anymore, folks. Now let me declare the winner. And the winner and recipient of the bell low is Ebisu.
Oh,
Yes, you got 5 out of 10 points, which is pretty shocking considering that you know the least about pro wrestling among the three of us here.
Well,
And-
it's only not much.
And that brings me to you, Gorudo. You got 4 out of 10 points. So you're only just 1 point away. 1 point away.
okay. Wow.
So, Ebisu, I will send you the details on the bell low pretty soon. But right now, Gorudo, let me
Yes.
bring up the wheel of Batsu. All right. Let's spin this and see. What do you get? Will you get my Batsu? Will you get Sky's Batsu? Will you get Ebisu Batsu? Will you get your own Batsu? Let's find out.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's see. Oh, is it Sky? Is it Sky? I'm sorry, Gorudo. It is Sky's Batsu.
Oh.
Which means you need to perform an original short rap about yours lowly. Now.
How does one even rap?
You use it's kind of like poetry, but more, but macho. It's like the pro wrestling of poetry. Yeah, does that help?
No.
Damn it. Well, you still have to do it, so get it over with.
So the only thing I know about
Channel
rap
your
is-
inner Reaper rapper, my friend. Channel your inner Reaper rapper. You got this. Come, Ebisu, let's cheer up. Gambare.
Yeah, gambale, gambale. Let's go.
Well, Ryan here is saying just rhyme, but
I wasn't sneezing 5 times in a row.
You can talk like speak slightly faster also can.
speak slightly faster. All right, let me see. I'm going to let-
Anything. It could be anything.
I'm going to have to pull a little bit of help in here. Give me a moment.
Are you writing it out?
No, so I think he's seriously writing the lyric,
Oh God.
the rhyme, or
Rap
the
is
poem.
part of the improv. Part of the fun of doing raps is doing the improv. Who dropped that? On my head.
I guess Gold right now writing the rhyme right now, the lyrics.
Okay.
what to
So
rhyme.
I guess you have, if you need to do that, I guess. So what you thought of that little game show, folks? What you thought of that little game show? We've come to the end of it after all.
Mhm.
Did you have fun? Did you get to learn some stuff? Do you have a better appreciation for wrestling, or do you think it's just as dumb as most people say?
You can do it. Just try to speak
I-
slightly faster.
I like how Abisu's like trying to help, but she's being absolutely not helpful at all. Okay.
Yeah, because I have to admit, I know this is supposed to be a fun thing, but at the same time, I am drawing blanks in my head. Like absolute blanks.
Okay. We get. Look, I am nothing if not a generous and kind pro wrestler. We can alter this somewhat. How about this? Instead of it being a rap, let's see. Instead of it
just
being
switch.
a rap, why don't you just say something about me, but rhymes? Just make a rhyme. 2 sentences. That's it. Like 2 lines of verse. That's it. That rhymes. Ha. There you go. Less pressure there, I suppose.
Maybe we need a beat.
It's alright, but it doesn't have to be a rap, Gordo. It doesn't have to be a rap.
I think I can come up with something.
Not a problem.
There is one rap tune which I know that goes by. It's very old though. You know, it goes like ding 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 ding. His name is Cornelius, VTuber voice actor and professional wrestler. More than 5 years of experience in pro wrestling and shit talking.
Yeah, good job. See, that wasn't that hard.
That's a really good try right there.
I have no idea what am I doing.
It's alright, my friend. It's alright. It's a
This
boxer.
is a
We're
good
supposed to
try.
get out of our comfort zone. We're supposed to get out of our comfort zone. Oh, Wonder Boy, welcome.
But I don't know how did I run pro wrestling and shit talking. I hope your child didn't get banned because of a you know.
I have said so much worse. All right, folks. All right. There you have it, folks. There you have it. All right. That about does it for tonight. Why is everyone dropping shit on my head? Okay. All right, folks. I will now. I'll definitely soon and say bye bye to everybody. So just give me a one bit Gordo and Ibisu. But thank you so much for participating in this. Okay, before I let you two go, Ibisu, let's start with you first. Where can folks find you, and do you have any interesting projects coming up?
Oh. Well, if you really want to watch my stream, for now, I'm not sure when is my upcoming stream for now. But there's we are still making the process of merge thing, but it's still in process.
Oh, you're getting much for yourself. Very good, very good. Looking forward to it.
Still in
Ibisu.
process.
All right. And why is there shit being thrown on my head? Gordo,
Yes.
anything? Where can folks find you? And are you up with anything interesting? Up to anything interesting as of late?
Well, the link to my YouTube channel has been kindly linked by Cornelius down in the description. So, but at the same time, I also have a Twitch channel, which is literally just Gold Guardian VT, like the VT for VTuber, right? And the plan, the original plan was for Twitch to be dedicated to games, while YouTube dedicated to be more of my artistic shenanigans, like free talk and all that jazz, right? Although, because of how Twitch decide to do things as of recently, I might just go back to YouTube full time. But originally I wanted to branch out, but that's a completely different story. I do have an upcoming 1 year anniversary in August, which is currently in planning.
Oh,
Everything is
lovely.
yeah, everything is still in planning, but I do hope that uh if, to anybody who's watching, do look forward to it. I will be doing many more things which are again out of my element, because I promise my viewers I want to try new things. Because the majority of my streams is mostly, if I don't talk about giant robots, I'll be playing giant robot video games. Yeah. So, but yeah, like the other day, I started Dead by Daylight, which is something that I don't play. I don't normally pick to play, right? Unless, but it's not unless, sorry, but because a crew member of mine fully suggested it. Now I think I should be looking forward to future Dead by Daylight collabs with other VTubers, because I found out it's surprisingly fun, and it's just an example of why, not sorry, an example of how I want to try to branch out to things that I normally don't do.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, so
This is our channel, so we get to make the choices here, and I think it's healthy to be able to do things that might be a little bit unexpected. I mean, look, I'm a pro wrestler VTuber. I don't play pro wrestling related games all the time. In fact, not that often, to be perfectly honest. With you, I gotta, my brain's already filled to the brim with pro wrestling. Okay, I don't need everything that I bloody well do has to be related to pro wrestling. Thank you.
yeah.
But yeah. And with that being said, I'll just mention it one more time. If you see the pin message there, it says that SCMS application form. That's because I am opening up applications, looking for new Square Circle Made Simple participants publicly. I'll make a whole tweet about it. So yes, folks. If you are interested in being a participant here on my lovely game show, that form is right there for you. All right, folks. There you have it. And I think I'm gonna definitely pretty soon, and I'm going to head out now. And so that's the end of the episode, folks. Thank you so much for coming on by and checking us out. Oh, episode 10 is coming up, and I cannot wait. Oh, I can't wait to hit the big 1-0. And this is so thank you guys for being part of essentially being the longest running one of on like the most longest running thing on my entire channel. All right, folks. There you. I'm gonna head out now, folks. Would you Gordo and episode? Would you like to say good night to chat?
Oh yes, of course.
Of
Goodbye.
course, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for having us in this Q&A session.
Q&A.
and
It's a
and
game
also
show. Okay.
yeah, it's gain a bit some knowledge, I guess. It's pretty interesting. Yes, it's pretty interesting. So hopefully if there's of course I didn't expect I get the thing. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't expect.
Why not? Why not? It's good. It's always good to have an underdog winner at times. All right, folks. But there you have it. Cafe Cornelius is now closing shop, but may Cafe Cornelius never close in your heart. Lotsukare mina. Gordo, say.
Thank you. Otsukare.